You could have heard this episode 48 hours early on our Patreon, patreon.com/indieheadspodcast. By joining us for as low as $1 a month, receive episodes early, gain access to our Discord server, and get yourself an Indieheads podcast sticker. Mainline episodes will open our Patreon 48 hours before it hits our public podcast feeds. But if you're hearing this via our Patreon feed, we thank you so much for your support. We especially want to thank our Real Ones Patreon supporters, including Becca Etienne, Georgia Mikowski, Bradley P., James Boss, Marcy Anime, Delaney Mothman, Josiah Duncan, Janelle LaFleur, Matt Cameron, Estray Violet, Kevin Pierce, A. Watt, Javon Clement, Three Twist Balloon Dog, Charles, Nicole Rifkin, Tim's Discount Prices, Commander of Beef, Jay, Rena K, Ian, Matthew Taylor, Chance Holdup, Sarah Moore, Griff, Max Kapazinski, Mark Barry, Cal 50, One Identified Human Testicle Found by the Road, Chris Wade, Jake Wald, Grant, Keep Autism Weird, Rob Mariano, Max, Zach, Gavin Party Freak, Amber Grossi, Maze Farms, and Alex Grishmanov. And if you want to be amongst these names, consider upgrading to our Real One tier on Patreon, where you'll receive a bonus episode every month on top of other perks. And before we move into this episode, I just want to thank the rest of our Patreon supporters like Jason Daphnis, Kevin Cookman, June K, Desmond, Ali Eleanor, cheddahz, Nato, Eric Chow, Josh, Holiday Kirk, Drew Wharton, Jane Amjadi, Alexis David, Cody Gagan, Barely March, Mingle LaFleur, Will Griffin, Corbin Kamich, Gavlin, Matthew, Ethan Sapir, Matthew McPherson, Rainey Donaldson, Eleanor Grahams, Wilfer Thrill, Garris420, Lily, Jacqueline Kadiga, Alec Felder, Midwest Maxwell, Molly O'Brien, AJ Moser, Eraserhead Baby, Matthew Herring, Jack Diggleman, Sarah L., Jeremy Bull, and Derek Pemberton. Anyways, though, enjoy the episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Indieheads podcast. I'm your host, Maya Monroe. I'm joined on this episode by Violet, by Max, and two special guests, one returning, one first time. Of course, we have Jay, aka cheddahz, back on the pod. Welcome back, Jay.
Oh, hey, what's up, everyone?
And first time on the pod. And of course, I put this playlist out there on the internet, on Twitter, and I was like, hey, is there anyone that would want to come on and discuss this playlist? Because I did feel like this had guest potential, and thankfully, someone has answered the call. Caro, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
and since we're early on, and I do not want to make someone, because usually we have people do the plugs at the end, but you know it's only the sickos that are going to go that far. So if you have any plugs, I get them out of the way now before we enter a hell zone of one of the dumb. I think this is a
the honky tonk hell zone.
This is the honky tonk hell zone. This is an IQ lowering playlist, but like I say that like complimentary. So if you got your plugs, get them out now before we enter the zone that we're about to get into.
Totally understandable. I guess like introduction-y wise would consider myself an expert on bro country, and that's probably wrong, but I consider myself that because there's not many experts. And I write a lot about it on a blog or Substack, I guess I run, called Alt Phase, as well as other publications. But I think also importantly, I want to plug that I run a blog about Jackass, and you can follow that. It's called Jackass World, jackassworld.com. So check it out, or .net, jackassworld.net.
We'll have a link. We'll have a link in the description in case. Link in the description to check out.
It's
both
important
these.
to know that it's a website.
Exactly. But we are here today to talk about. It is bro country for the most part of this playlist, ostensibly, but it isn't quite that. Like it is. I mean, so this was an idea that I had that Violet put into execution, thankfully, where we got obsessed with a song last year. We recorded an episode about. Of course, I contributed to a dirt list about the worst songs ever. I was asked to be a part of it. I contributed what I thought the worst song ever was, which I think I believe I said Pink Chocolate by Jay Bigga, because
yes, you did.
That is both the worst song ever and the best song ever. As we're of course we're about to end the Guy One Climax, which is sort of the best songs ever tournament we're doing in our Discord right now. And it's very likely that Pink Chocolate is going to win the whole goddamn thing. It's both the best song ever and the worst song ever. Here's the thing: when we have someone new on the podcast, especially someone that is not totally familiar with our world, I do not want to introduce people to Jay Biga, but also like it's like the curse. Okay, it is 7 days. It's the ring. 7 days. But we will not make our guests listen to that yet. But anyways, when we did an episode on it because we were gonna do something else, and then we realized, hey, there's a ton to get into on this list. I want to critique everybody's takes because it's fun. It's fun to hate on the computer and all that stuff. And someone either in the article itself or in the replies said that a certain song was the worst song of all time, and that is the song "I Wish Grandpa's Never Died" by Riley Green. And you gotta wait to the end. We're gonna get into it at the very end of the playlist because we want to dedicate a good amount of time once again to "I Wish Grandpa's Never Died," because when we listen to it on the podcast, we only listened to like the first minute of it, and like it was just we could not comprehend it at the time. It was just like an overload of what in the fuck is this? You know, like of there's a ton of songs on that dirt list that were really just like, you don't listen to enough music. You do not listen to enough music.
American Pie's the worst song ever. Get a life.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen to some real bad music.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this song they get overplayed on the radio. Like, no, you got to be in the depths. All right, if you want to call a song the worst song ever, you got to be in the depths of destruction, like we are. And so, Pink Chocolate's a very valid choice because you got to really be down in the fucking dumps to find a song like that.
Being a part of this podcast has exposed me to music worse than I ever thought was possible.
And once you hit the Young Jimmy axis, it's like things will never be the same.
On the Indieheads iceberg, Young Jimmy is like halfway down, but he is still so bad. And yes. I don't think... for long-time listeners of the podcast, I think Grandpa's Never Die, and maybe we're talking about this too much before we kind of get there. I don't think it's one of the craziest songs ever, but some of the lines on it are truly baffling.
Yes.
Lines that even some of our crazier songs, I can see how a songwriter can get to them. There are some lines on that song I have no idea how a human being could ever conjure.
But we'll get into it. But
Matty, we're at the bottom of the mountain right now.
But that spawned an idea.
Before we get into the episode, I'm sending you a video. I just need you to play this while I read my Notes app apology for this episode. So if you could just start playing Johnny Cash Hurt karaoke for me. I genuinely wrote an apology because I listened to this playlist today and realized it sucked. So this is a spoken word called "I'm Sorry, Cowboys." I'm sorry, Cowboys. I first started my communication with the Indieheads podcast in 2021. My twin brother Gavin, already a podcast member, asked me to collaborate on assorted things for the Car Commercial #1 series. A song parody here, a video for the live stream there, just little things to get a laugh out of Matty and Alex after they've made so many very funny episodes that made me laugh first. I like to think that this podcast has strengthened in a bond with me over the years, as I do enjoy bringing niche playlists and topics to the pod. In the past, our fearless leader Maddie Monroe, who they're famously calling M on the streets, has accused me of making torture episodes, where the genre or theme we're discussing is absolutely miserable. Psychobilly, coworker metal, scene core, genres that have already been just emerged in a rancid vibe and sound gross to anyone not in their scene. Music you can smell, in a sense. I found myself mostly immune to the terribleness of these genres, as I enjoy the Cramps, and can find humor in the suckiness of bands like Sleep Token or Broken Side. Until today, this episode, Dallas Suburb Country. For as long as I've been alive, the elder statesmen of country have proclaimed the genre dead. From adolescence to adulthood, I've endured honky-tonk badonkadonk, tequila makes your clothes fall off, and Brad Paisley asking to check me for ticks. In high school, names like Gretchen Wilson and Dierks Bentley were replaced with a long stream of white boys rapping over banjos about how they listened to Johnny Cash and Tupac. With the help of names like Florida Georgia Line and Sam Hunt, country music had caught up with the shit that Kid Rock was doing to embarrass himself in the late 90s. But the country for people not actually in the country genre has reached a new stage in recent years. Long-haired white boys are solemnly singing about finding the perfect Jesus-loving girl that loves cold beer and dirt bikes and marrying her in your dad's barn. That's a major problem for me. All of it is so fucking boring. Morgan Wallen, Dan and Shay, Luke Bryan, they're all the dullest motherfuckers on earth. Music for setting up fairy lights on a white tablecloth. I cannot imagine anyone but the most boring motherfuckers on earth named McKinley actively listening to or enjoying any of this shit. It's boring to listen to. I can make it exactly 25 seconds into last night before feeling like I've heard everything I need to hear. Even less for most of these songs on this playlist. Why I thought this would be a fun episode in the first place, I don't fucking know. I have nothing to say about most of this shit, so I made another terrible video playlist. I am so sorry, Matty. I'm so sorry, Max. And I'm so sorry to our guests, our listeners, and members of our Discord for an episode that I have truly dropped the ball on. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Oh, that's beautiful. Here's the thing, Violet. I didn't think this post was actually that bad.
You're fucking insane.
This was actually
some
not
of these
that.
songs are kind of good.
Yeah, this was actually not
you
that
say
bad.
Pavement, I say Riley Green. You say Built to Spill, I say Show Me Your Fish. You say Radiohead, I say Morgan Wallen. You say Grizzly Bear,
I'm gonna blow my head off.
I say Dylan Scott. You say Silver Jews, you know what I say? I say Grandpa's Never Fucking Die. Let's get into it.
Yes, so this is Dallas suburb country. And this is Violet's creation, although I was like, hey, we should do an episode the title idea that I had was just low IQ country, which is very mean, but also like you listen to this playlist.
They're similes.
It's just, yeah. And this is a playlist that on the surface is brutal, and at times is brutal to listen to. There's a couple songs here that are pretty fucking bad, but there's also a lot that, again, it is fascinating to get into the brains of these men and woman. There's only one woman on this playlist, which makes sense. We need a reprieve. But let's get into it. Our first song of the evening is Last Night by Morgan Wallen. Oh, jeez, that's way too loud. Last Night by Morgan Wallen, which was the biggest hit song of 2023. I'm trying to remember when this song itself came out. I think, yeah, biggest hit song of 2023.
36 songs long?
The new one's like 37, I think.
The one is 37. He is known for very long albums.
All of his albums are like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah,
like, it is brutal.
Like his breakthrough album, Dangerous Double album, which came out in 2021, Max. 30 songs, over an hour and a half long. But that one at least is like, hey, this is explicitly, billed as a double album, so you expect it to be long. That's fine. It's split into 2 discs. That makes sense. You can take it, 1 disc at a time. So that is very long, but sure. Did not do that for the next record. One Thing at a Time, which is 36 songs long, 1 hour, 52 minutes. Why? And then the new one that just came out, I'm the Problem, is 37 songs, and clocking in, if it just had one more song, it would be exactly 2 hours long. So,
dude,
this is a man.
I didn't know that at all. That's crazy.
He is
when he occupies like the Billboard like slots. It's like, yeah, because he released like 100 songs. It's like,
okay.
It's evil.
I mean, he's the first. I mean, I'm stealing this point verbatim from Todd in the Shadows, so take a shot, everybody, for a Todd in the Shadows mention. But Morgan Wallen is essentially the first country artist to like figure out how to game the charts, like rap artists do. Like he is country music's Drake. He's country music's Drake, and will he have the same end as Drake? It's entirely possible, knowing the things that he says and does, as of course. Very famously, he had an N-word incident where he was caught on camera saying the N-word and had to disappear for like a year. Apologized, just disappeared, laid low, but eventually found his way back into our radios and our playlist and our streaming services. And now he has the #1 song in the country once again, the #1 album in the country. It will probably be the #1 album for the year overall. And Of course, we have not talked about this song at all, despite the fact that it's about to end. This is One Night, or Last Night by Morgan Wallen.
This is a very bad song.
Violet
can we
is
get
playing,
some Grinch Morgan Wallen?
Violet is playing a video on their phone of the Grinch hitting the stanky leg.
Yes. Yeah, this is a stinky leg Grinch.
Nice.
I'm watching this because the song is boring. The song is nothing. It's Maroon 5 with the country twang. I could not imagine.
Violet, it's funny you say that because I kind of like this song. I kind of think this song is good.
Really?
I kind of like it.
Of all the songs on this playlist, this one?
Maybe it's because it's in relative to the rest of the playlist, but I think the thing is that I listen to this song, and compared to everybody else on this playlist, I feel like I'm listening to a real human being. Like
you're insane.
This is one of the wildest takes I've ever heard you say on this podcast. I am in shock right now.
This is a bad Morgan Wallen song, in my opinion. He has decent songs. I hate to say that, but this is a bad one.
I think, like, of course, it came out, and I didn't really listen to it when it came out because I wasn't listening to the radio.
It came out? No shit.
Oh, good for him.
Oh,
congrats Morgan Wallen.
Congrats, Morgan.
East Tennessee hero. Congratulations to Morgan Wallen.
Okay, I must defend myself somewhat a little bit, but
There's
again,
no possibility, Matty.
I mean, here's the thing: I'm not defending myself to y'all because that's not. It's 4 against 1 right now.
This, man.
It's 4 against 1.
It's too early for this.
I don't like the fact that I listen to this and I don't hate it, and the fact that, like, I kind of enjoy it, because I think a lot of the criticism is like, oh, it just feels like this sort of craven attempt to sort of mash together more hip hop elements into country. And it's like, yes, but it's done way more tastefully than you would expect that to sound. I don't know.
What the fuck are you talking about? The second he starts going, last night I touched your hip, I want to kill this man. Like, this is...
Again, I don't know.
The second line is, I can't remember everything we said, but we said everything.
We said
like Adam Levine type shit.
I mean, here's the thing, Violet. As you can recall, of course, our series 5 Morons versus Maroon 5. I was the only person to engage with the music of Maroon 5 on that entire series. I was the only
Matty's an
person
NPC.
that by the end was actually listening to those playlists and, like, trying to gather my thoughts on those songs and try to present the music of Maroon 5 before it devolved into finding weird YouTube videos because everyone else wanted to kill themselves.
Matty, you are like one white girlfriend away from like being like, oh, I'm the Jim to your Pam, and
no, don't put that evil on me. Don't put that evil on me, Violet. I don't like
Matty
that.
could be influenced. Matty could be Jim-fluenced. Carol, what did you have to say? It seemed like you were restraining yourself a little bit when Matty made his admission.
I mean, I hate Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen's been in my life for a very long time.
I'm so sorry.
As someone who like lived in North Texas for a very long time, Morgan Wallen's been around for like kicking rocks for a bit. I was trying to think of like where he like came from, and like my working theory without actually Googling any of this because I don't want to spend the time doing it, is that like like the band like Midland came out the best song ever written, Drinkin' Problem. And people liked the song so much, but they hated Midland for it because Midland was too pretty. They were too hot. They were too interesting. So they were like, hold on, let's all hate on the pretty girl and come up with our own songs about drinking. And so like all these country artists came out with like drinking, like these new country artists came out with like drinking songs. I would say like Mitchell Tenpenny's Drunk Me gets stuck in my head a lot, but Morgan Wallen did Whiskey Glasses like the next year, and that's what I think blew him up. So I think that he is also a fluke. I think that he
they got cum in their bio.
Again, I just
country guy like who got his chance because he's evil.
I mean, here's the thing. I think you could say, here's Morgan Wallen. There's things I'm not going to disagree with you. Is he evil? Yes. Like, as I said, the man sucks. I compared him to Drake, and it was not a flattering comparison to Drake when I made that, comparison. But also it's important to remember that, like, I used to really like Drake. I was a big Drake fan when I was younger, And I do hear.
I know this.
Jay knows. Again, look,
I know.
we've done rap forum veterans. Everyone knows it. Again, I do think that, like, I think nothing was the same. And if you're reading this is too late, and even parts of views are very, very good, great even. But obviously, the Drake fall off happens because at a certain point, Drake, the whatever human being that Drake used to be, like, or even presented himself as, that's gone. Whatever he was back then, that person is gone. He is now just a detestable gambling addict and alleged pedophile. So that's that. And Morgan Wallen is, of course, very bad. And in his songs, he tells you very, very often, and in the song Last Night Alone, hey, I suck. I'm a very bad human being. I'm a very flawed human being. Stop showing. No, okay, we're not watching Grinch and Shrek hit. Is that the Dougie?
It's the Soldier Boy.
Oh, it's the Soldier. It's Crank That. It's Crank That. Sorry, I should have known that we just did an episode last week talking about Soldier Boy. Again,
this is what I'm doing because I can't listen to my friend Matty Monroe defend Morgan Wallen. This is the darkest thing you've ever done on this podcast.
Listeners,
you've done actual threats against people, but like defending a Morgan Wallen song is like inexcusable to me, Matty.
I think Matty's lived in the South for too long, and that's like less than a year. And he's already like, I'm about to go mudding tonight. We're about to go out to the bar.
I live in fucking Durham. I live in fucking Durham. Durham is not the South like that.
And I've been around this culture my whole life, and I fucking hate this song.
Again,
so
listeners, it literally brings me. It hurts me. It hurts me that I listen to this song and I do not have very strong negative feelings. You know, like, I should hate this. This has a lot of elements of current pop music and country music that I do not like, but I don't know what it is. I just feel somewhat compelled by this song, and I cannot bring myself to hate it. I have to appreciate it on a certain level, because it feels like a real song written by a human being, which is a very low bar to clear.
No,
that's the craziest claim to make about liking this song. Claim. That doesn't feel true at all.
Look,
I need a cigarette after one song.
Yeah, I think about Morgan Wallen is that, like, he's like Drake in a lot of ways that feels like all his like songs are like AI kind of generated. It's like even like feels very formulaic, or in a way.
Yeah, this to me is like, if you told me that one song on this playlist was AI and you put in the prompt, what if Chris Stapleton sang Maroon 5? I would think, it's this one.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, this does not sound like it was written by an actual human being.
I can't agree with that when Cold Beer Calling My Name is going to be something.
I was going to say, we have a couple there that are more AI.
If beer mention, it would be AI generated, but it doesn't mention beer, which I don't know how many of these songs reference alcohol specific. Normally it seems like cheap beer, but it felt like a lot of these songs kind of go together like water. But like 8 of these songs feel like they reference alcohol. So this song not referencing it, it does kind of
Max, the little hook is last night we let the liquor talk.
Liquor talk.
Yeah, that is the first line.
That's literally the first line.
Beer. Liquor is not beer.
But it's still.
Hero is quickly realizing they're podcasting with a couple idiots.
So this is awesome. No, I was thinking about how ubiquitous, I don't think that's the right word, like the phrase like last night we let the blank talk, and I think it just comes from this song.
It does come from this song.
Yeah,
that's the thing, is that on that level I have to appreciate the song, because that is a very funny turn of phrase. Last night we let the blank talk.
Oh, no, it's hilarious. I mean, I had to sift through about 1 million. Last night we let the Josh talk, or whatever that was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm really impressed. I also wanted to say something that you mentioned earlier, was that like this song is like really dark compared to like the rest of the songs on here.
Oh, yeah.
I do think it's really interesting that Morgan Wallen has like cornered the market on like dark, I'm so fucked up kind of like dumb country songs,
I'm just a bad boy, but I have problems.
To be sincere for a minute, it seems like this demographic that like listens to music like this is very tough to express their feelings in a genuine way. And so having an artist that makes music that they enjoy the sound of and also kind of taps into that a little bit is probably like catnip in some way, when 90% of it is like I'm gonna go with my girl, go to the bar, have a couple beers, go home, etc., etc. Like just having something that isn't exactly that, it speaks to people, I imagine.
I think he's good at building a scenario where it's like
He's an ideas guy.
You were once in love with me, but you can never love me because I'm so fucked up. And then you can be either like the dude that's fucked up or like the girl who's like brokenhearted over him. And it's like you've created a perplexing situation.
I mean, isn't this album called "I'm the Problem"?
That is a song I think on.
But I think that's the name of the album.
I think the album's actually called "I'm the Problem" too.
I'm the problem from "I'm a Little Crazy."
I thought the whole. Go back to the.
Yeah, we're in singles and EPs.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, okay, to defend myself a little bit, like if there was a different Morgan Wallen song on this post, I would be like, "Fuck this!" Like "You Proof," that song fucking sucks. You Proof is horrible.
Much Morgan Wallen have you? There are so many Morgan Wallen songs. We could probably find another one you'd like.
Max, I watch videos about the worst hit songs of certain years, and Morgan Wallen is on a lot of those worst lists. So I've heard Broadway Girls, I've heard You Proof. Those songs are really fucking bad. Like those are like the really bad Morgan Wallen songs, like
Mama's House.
I'm gonna make a comparison here, and this is not going to help my case at all. But I do think that, and this is just me making a comparison, and it is not. If you interpret it as negative or positive, that is entirely up to you. If you say negative, I do not blame it whatsoever because the song I'm going to compare it to is a really bad song that I do not like. It's not the worst song by this artist, but it is a very bad song, and I do think.
God,
Jesus Christ!
It is again. Last Night is Morgan Wallen's "Shape of You." It is Morgan Wallen's "Shape," both beyond just it being the most popular song that either artist has made, but it is such a like middle of the road distillation of who they are as artists. I don't think it's the worst thing that either has made, but it does have simultaneously it has basically all the flaws of those artists and not a lot of the positives, but you can see them poking out in there. I can't really see the positives in Shape of You. Like I can, if I glance and I glare, I can kind of see why Ed Sheeran appeals to so many people and why people got into him in the first place. And the same goes for Morgan Wallen. I guess I just see more light poking out from Last Night, despite Last Night being a much darker song, ironically enough. I'm going to shut up because I'm digging. My hole is not even 6 feet. My hole is like 12 foot at this point. Like I've dug myself a hole. It sucks because I requested a transmission from an artist to talk about Last Night by Morgan Wallen because there is an artist that I really love, that I really respect, that is obsessed with a song that apparently he played it in the tour van like on repeat, and that is Chanel Beads. I remember seeing like tweets from like Maurice and then seeing like Instagram stories from other artists being like, "Thank you, Chanel Beads, for introducing me to Last Night by Morgan Wallen." Like Chanel Beats made Astrid's song and Maurice listened to Last Night on repeat, which is very, very sad. And I asked for a transmission from his publicist. I think he's on tour in Europe, so I didn't get it. So if I do receive it before this episode comes out or before I hit upload, I will add it as a transmission. But likely that's not going to happen. I'm alone in this battle of thinking that Last Night is okay. And that's fine. I've dug my grave. It's 12 feet long.
It's okay, Matty. You're still my friend at the end of the day. And if you want, we can de-stress and watch a video from my terrible video playlist. You know?
I feel like I need to de-stress.
Yeah, let's
this
go.
Has gone strange places already.
Yes.
I don't like it.
I've put together a playlist of as a Dallas native, born and raised, I put together a video playlist of things that just remind me of home, you know?
Yeah.
So we can start with Cowboy Church on Fox News.
Well, most people put on their Sunday best for church, but you won't be finding that here. These days, a new type of church is emerging where the suits and the ties and the fancy dresses are being replaced with cowboy boots and rodeos. A Fox report
this
now
feels like a
Chris
Gav Max Enterprises LLC idea.
When I die, I know I'm going
Damn it.
Boots, buckles, and
God fucking damn it, man.
I knew Max would like this.
it's not your typical Sunday service. You know, sometimes you ask your husband, honey, what are you thinking? This is Cowboy Church.
We try to make the sermons really basic. We try to make the atmosphere really comfortable. It is just taking a target group and trying to put the gospel in their cultural context.
Pastor Gary Morgan.
Now look at Ephesians chapter 5.
Leads the largest cowboy
By the way,
church in
the
the
main
world.
pastor
Here,
looks like a
Come As You
dentist
Are
wearing
is more
a
than just
very
slogan.
large cowboy
We just
hat.
preach simple.
He does.
Messages
Showing, like,
that touch people's lives every
them.
Sunday.
In
So that
Texas, the
they're, like,
Cowboy
still
Church
working.
movement is supported by the state's largest Baptist group. So far, they've started.
Oh, they're Baptist. Okay, this makes sense now.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
Texas has 25 million people. 20% of those embrace the Western culture in some way.
And studies show most of the
Yeehaw.
people in that group don't go to church, but that's changing.
Y'all get behind him, right? You go, Tanner, stay square.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
Come around, Tanner.
Okay, we're now watching someone on a bull.
Church-sponsored rodeos are the perfect.
There you
place
go.
to
It's
reach
a
those who may not
church-sponsored
be
rodeo where
spiritually
we're watching
connected.
some bull riding right
Schaefer
now.
got hooked.
I am 7 days a week involved in ministry. 8 years ago, I was
Frank
Christmas and
Zappa?
Easter involved.
We thank you for this match you've given us.
Through the
Yeah,
rodeo
there's a-
outreach, cowboy churches
I
have
say
helped
Frank
lead
Zappa.
countless people to
One of the
Christ.
guys that just got
Many of
interviewed
them
look
are
exactly
later
like Frank
baptized in a
Zappa.
horse trough.
There's been some churches say,
What?
"Why
Why
do
is they baptizing child in a horse trap?
Yeah.
Okay, listeners, this is not going to be a video episode, but we will post this playlist in the Discord, so
With an
please
average
go
of
to the Discord if you
200
want
people per
to
congregation,
watch these
the
videos on your own
Cowboy
time.
Way is working.
Yeah,
In Dallas, Chris Gutierrez,
My
Fox
neighbors,
News.
my neighbors of many years, childhood friends, they go to a cowboy church.
Oh, God.
Okay, so this is like a thing.
This is a thing in Texas, yes.
I feel like Texas relishes in being Texas, and this is one of those
Absolutely.
things where it's like it's a Baptist church and they're cowboys, and we're on Fox News, and you're like, well, that's all three.
I think I've told the story that I've been to a wedding in a cowboy church once. My boyfriend's, I think, uncle got married in one, and as soon as the wedding was done, the pastor came out and he was like, "All right, we're gonna get ready for the reception. God is great. I hope you all enjoyed this beautiful wedding." And then they immediately started blasting "Ticks" by Brad Paisley at full fucking volume in the church. It was an experience. Texas is a weird place, and it should sink into the ocean, is what I'm getting at here. But let's talk about okay, yeah, I guess we have to.
I have one tangent. Being from Oregon, I don't have experience with any of this shit. The closest thing I have is in Eastern Oregon, which is kind of like high desert. It's not culturally like this, but there's a restaurant out there. I don't remember the name of it. But there are two entrees. It's either an entire rotisserie chicken or a big, a 2-pound steak, basically. And it's at a ranch. And there's no religious element of it, but this is it felt cowboy to me when I went there in high school. This is the closest thing I have to any sort of cowboy or religious experience. The Northwest is a very secular place. And when I moved to North Carolina 3 years ago, I was surprised at how religious everything was. And I don't think there are cowboy churches out here. But
we should start one, Max. We should start one.
I'm very down. It seems like Texas is very self-flating in the idea of being from Texas.
I love it.
Texas is a fucking Ouroboros with a cowboy hat on, basically. It really loves being Texas more than anything else. Ever since I was a kid, every restaurant, every fucking establishment, it's all about cowboys and cacti and all the good stuff. How much of that rotisserie chicken do you think you could eat, Max?
I don't remember. I feel like I got a big ass steak and I housed it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get a big potato too. Oh, my parents are asleep right now. I'll text my friend. I might be able to get back to you and get the menu on that.
Well, your parents are asleep right now?
Yeah, they're in Europe right now.
That makes a lot more sense.
I was like, they're
are
on the West,
but they are not asleep at 7 p.m.
I was gonna say they're on the West Coast.
Yeah, they'd be something 5 p.m. That'd be insane.
It's mom and dad nap time.
Me, mom, Paul nap time, But let's get in. I don't know why I was doing that voice. Let's the playlist
Cowboy
is infecting.
Matty has hit the Indieheads
The
podcast.
playlist is infecting me
Can't do
already.
this to us.
Because I didn't hate it. And we now move into our next song, which is Can't Have Mine Find You a Girl by Dylan Scott. And, okay, here's the thing. What is the dumbest? We already know what the dumbest song on this playlist is. At this point, what is the second dumbest song on this playlist? This may be the second dumbest song on the playlist. This is a really dumb song.
I looked up Big Steak Ranch Restaurant, Oregon, and I did find it. So that's good.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I don't want to talk about this song. It is such a nothing of a wedding slow dance type song, but this is probably my least favorite type of country ever. Oh, my girl, she's so hot, but she loves God. Like, I don't know. I think this is nasty. I think this is stinky. I think this guy is singing like he's like trying not to gargle liquid that is in his mouth. I hate the way he sings.
The vocal processing is really, really bad.
I was gonna say, this is definitely auto-tuned.
Yeah, it's a specific kind of like...
It sounds like Pink Chocolate.
I guess now we gotta listen to Pink Chocolate after this, just so we have a comparison point for Caro.
It sounds like you want to.
Yeah, it's a specific kind of like processing they do in like Nashville. Really, it's kind of in like a lot of pop music, but it sounds especially grating within country because like it's just this like vocal fry, like it's ultra processed, but like also really crispy. It's like throwing like it's like throwing a Fuji water in the deep fryer, like it just why are we doing that?
Yeah, it sounds like he smokes cigarettes, but I know that he doesn't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
it'd be really cool if he did. When people are like, "Oh, I can't listen to pop country; it doesn't sound good to me," I'm like, "Yeah, I get exactly what you mean. Like, this is like grating."
Yeah.
Way. I always think about the world class like session musicians. They get to record these and then just like immediately like it and make it sound.
Mm-hmm.
They got paid so much to play guitar so beautifully on like the worst song ever written.
Yeah.
What is Getting Wild on the Town but loved? What I know what it means, but like what does Getting Wild on the Town in a Jesus loving country context mean? Is that getting white girl messy?
You get a beer and you ride a mechanical bull.
That means she breaks the 10 Commandments, but by Sunday she's already repented.
Okay.
Yeah. To answer accurately, you get so drunk you yell slurs at a trans woman.
Okay. No, cool. So is it kind of like a Cinderella situation where if it hits midnight on Sunday, you kind of got to enter good girl? I didn't like that. Good woman mode.
Or you go to hell, yes. Yeah, that's actually a law in
Or
Texas.
you respawn in Portland.
Yeah.
You respawn in Portland. Yeah, it's like if you don't pray to God by 11:59 at your like closest Bojangles, like you're in Portland.
If you don't finish your beer by the time the clock strikes midnight, Ted Cruz does kill you with a hammer.
And it's got to be a Bud Light.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Bud Light is woke or whatever.
Yeah, Bud Light's woke. So now it's, I guess,
no. Is it woke for Christians to pray east, like towards Mecca? Like you.
You gotta pray towards the closest cowboy church.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's one of the craziest things I think I've ever said.
No, Texans, they all have to pray in the direction of the Alamo.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I do like that idea.
That's a good one.
Again, I actually saw the Alamo the first time like 2 weeks ago. No, last week in San Antonio because I was there for work, and it was like a lot smaller than
it's tiny.
It's way tiny. I did one time. I went there with my parents, and my mom asked them where the basement is because of like Pee Wee's.
Hell yeah! Shout out Pee Wee.
Pee Wee joke. Mm-hmm. And the like tour guide had a trained response.
Oh god damn!
Like that rules. That also kind of rules.
It wasn't like a just like a no. It was like unfortunately our basement is under construction because of like the like they want to keep feeling Pee Wee. And that does. I wonder how much their tourism relies on that.
I mean, I one time I almost pissed my pants at the Alamo when I was a little kid. I was on the Riverwalk and I drank a lot of Coke at the I think it was the Rainforest Cafe, or it was some restaurant that was on the Riverwalk. And I remember I was walking past a bunch of gift shops, and I started hearing Jenny from the Block loudly blasting, and that was the second I had to piss. I guess J-Lo was like a piss indicator in me. But then my family went on one of those stupid boat tours that they do on the river.
I saw that. Yeah.
And they have like the bats. They'll take you under a bridge full of bats.
Isn't that Austin?
Yeah.
Because I was in Austin.
They did it in San Antonio.
There's just bats everywhere.
But then immediately after that, I was like, Mom, Dad, I have to go use the bathroom. But they were like, no, let's go to the Alamo. So I almost pissed myself in the Alamo, which then I learned that Ozzy Osbourne did piss on the Alamo once. So that's pretty awesome.
That's really...
I feel like your first hit of soda as a kid is probably like top 10 experience ever.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I guess it depends on the soda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I went over to my grandparents' house when I was younger, and they just had diet, caffeine-free Coke, and so I got some of that, but that's not the same.
It's the experience of drinking a Fanta really, really fast will like never feel that good again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're from Texas, so it was probably hot. You're drinking one of those cool down sodas.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Like at the pool. Yeah.
I remember
now we're talking.
My first soda was like in 1999 or 2000. Because the Pepsis had Star Wars characters on them, and I saw a Pepsi with the Jar Jar Binks on it, and my ass was like, ooh, I gotta drink the Jar Jar soda, and I was hooked from there on out, and I had so many fucking cavities. The one time my dad had to sit me down and say, you gotta take care of your fucking teeth, kid.
I like how Matty has so much to say about Morgan Wallen, but it's so quiet for this song.
Yeah, Matty, the floor is yours.
I mean, it's not. It's it's very dumb. I mean, the whole conceit of the song is that like, hey, you got to find you a girl that is wild, but she loves Jesus. She makes you speechless. She loves her daddy. That's a weird one. That's a eyes on Dylan Scott.
Babies is worse.
Yes, the baby line is so gross. Elon Musk type shit.
Yeah, that's
like the makes her happy. That's like just it's like 3 words that, like I don't know. It's like a bunch of words you learn to read the first year you learn to read, where it's like talking about like babies happy. Like it's just like Cat in the Hat kind of
Duolingo type sentence.
It's so bad.
I like how it's like the only 2 lines that rhyme are like daddy and happy. They like kind of rhyme with one another. And the subject matter is so gross. You're like, okay.
Realistically, it probably took like 3 guys to write this song, which is like what I keep coming back to. I'm like,
Morgan Wallen probably ghost wrote it for him.
Let's see. We have there is 4 writers on this song: Dallas Wilson, Matt Alderman, Dylan Scott, Josh Melton. So
that's like a Joe Rogan podcast right there.
Yeah,
guys, they're on the table talking about how they need a girl who loves her daddy.
Yeah,
these guys love a list so much, and like I think I like lists and stuff, but they are so creative when it comes to writing a song and just like listing out bullet points. I also, I was just gonna say that I like when they talk about an imaginary woman.
Oh yeah. The hypothetical dream girl that doesn't exist.
But he has her, but no one else can.
She's just out of frame singing too.
Yeah, like my wife who goes to a different school in Canada.
Yeah, that really is the conceit. Is that like the end's like, oh, it's like, hey, here's all these things that I'm actually talking about my girl all along, but you can't have her because she's
I
mine.
have a girlfriend. She goes to a different cowboy church.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, this is really. It's gross and it's dumb, and my eyes are on Dylan Scott. The baby's line, the dad. My eyes are. I'm keeping an eye on you, Dylan Scott. All right. Also, you got those 2 first name things. I don't like that. That's. My eyes are on you, Dylan Scott. All right. And I pray for your downfall. I pray for your downfall.
But Matty, he's playing Nashville road trip time.
I'm not going. No, when is he playing Nashville?
Come on, yeah, it's just like he's playing Nashville June 6th. Indieheads podcast trip.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I'll pass on that. I'm good. Let's.
I'll come pick y'all up. I'll fly to North Carolina, pick y'all up.
Perfect.
I won't be home. I'll be out of town. I'll be out of town. So don't come pick me up because I'm too busy eaten Larry the Cable Guy barbecue rib tater chips. So let's watch from Xeno Reviews. This has 46 views. It's Larry the Cable Guy's barbecue chips review.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
Hey, welcome back to another edition of Xeno Reviews. Xeno here. We're looking at Larry the Cable Guy barbecue rib tater chips. Yeah, Mr. Boy, that's good eating. No, it's actually not. I mean, when I expect to have some barbecue chips, I expect to have flavor to them. I don't expect them to be just tater chips, you know, especially when you say barbecue flavor. I'm looking for something that has more flavor than crunch. And yeah, these just, I don't know what the deal is with them, but these just did not measure up. So Larry the Cable Guy, you gotta try stuff before you put your name on it, especially if you want to endorse something. So yeah, Larry the Cable Guy.
He went to the Chubby Checker School of Endorsements.
No, not good eating, just eating. So yeah.
Can we click on Xeno Reviews and check out some of their other reviews?
Thanks.
Yeah. By the way, the only shot in the video is literally just a still shot of the chips on a couch. It's the chips on a couch from like the 80s. It's one of those like
what? Cats on review. Let's go.
Yeah, let's see. It's a lot of cast iron. It seems like a lot of his channels like cast iron.
This guy is just reviewing anything.
Yeah,
this guy's reviewing anything he comes into contact with in his life.
Taco Bell mango iced tea. When did that happen?
Yeah, we have
10 years ago apparently.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait, Burger King's butt whistle?
What?
Burger King's
go back up. Go back
He's
up.
got reviews of cards featuring Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony.
What is Burger King giving us here? Well, we have some type of.
It's a kid's toy.
We think. Let's read these instructions here. Shaky shake. Okay, picture of the anteater. Person holds anteater's tongue, and it looks like you pull on the anteater's tongue. And then what's this here? You pull on
this guy's really got a camera presence,
and something goes into his butt. Pull on tongue, something in butt. This is not family friendly. All right, let's get this thing open here.
Come on, man.
All right. Okay.
Have your girlfriend hold the camera.
Wait, the film is at Burger King?
I guess they're at the Burger King filming this right now.
He got video camera money.
Apparently smarter than me.
Oh my!
How is the plastic outsmarting the both of them right now?
We employ.
I mean, this guy's reviewing
Stone Age tools, or Metal Age tools.
They have to get a Swiss
like
Army knife to open up a fucking plastic
smallest
bag.
Fucking Swiss Army knife I've ever seen in my life. They're by the play place.
Yes.
Okay.
When I was younger, I really thought maybe it's just because my dad, he wasn't a total knife guy, but I thought Swiss Army knives would have a bigger role in my everyday life than they do.
I don't know what that's gonna do, but okay. So we're gonna pull the tongue, and
there is a baby.
There's
here
a baby.
As well.
Okay.
There is a baby.
Wait,
a person young of age. Apologies.
A person young of age. Yes.
Apologies.
Oh, that toy sucks.
Yeah, that toy sucks.
Yeah, I get.
It's a slide whistle.
You're supposed to blow in his rear?
Uh-huh.
You're supposed to blow in his rear.
The child is grabbing at the parents.
Okay. Oh, there we go. It's not a good slide whistle.
Oh my
I want one of these now, actually.
That's atrocious.
This is what COVID took away from us: the indoor fast food spaces where a couple can have a child grabbing at their arms while they're vlogging the slide whistle toy and the Happy Meal.
Mm-hmm. God. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and just get. We compared this song to Pink Chocolate, and I feel like we need to, for the listeners and
I can't believe we're doing this again.
The one person on this call that has not heard Pink Chocolate by J Bigga. For context, Caro, this is a guy that we found like 2 years ago. He's been kind of known before that. Like he was adjacent. He was in like the whole like scene core scene. He was like a blow on the dance floor associate. But before it became a scene guy, he tried being like fake Justin Timberlake. And then we found out about a secret phase in between where he tried being like a pop punk guy. he's got a very interesting history. He probably has done crimes, but we cannot find him and do a citizen's arrest. And you'll listen to this and you'll understand why we want to arrest this guy. So let's listen to Pink Chocolate by Jay Bigger real quick.
I love your pink chocolate smile, and you try so hard. Pink chocolate, head cocked to the side like let me in. So chocolatey, smoking that Daisy Dukes in a pink chocolate bed. So chocolatey, baby cameras rolling, strip and I'll hit it. I'ma make it pink chocolate, baby.
All right, you're vibing with it. Bopping your head.
It is. I am very curious what percentage of the views on this song are from this podcast.
I was going to ask the same thing.
I'm guaranteed
at this point it's probably
more
half.
than half. More than half.
Yeah.
It just like melts your brain like 2 seconds in. Like, if I was like saying like when they put like secret messages into songs, if that was happening to me right now, I would believe it.
It's so disorienting. The harmonies that aren't harmonies. The constant zooming in on this man's lazy town puppet ass face. His little falsettos that sound like he's like doing a Flight of the Conchords song. The bizarrely horny lyrics. Like it's the Fruity Loops beats. It's just so much that goes into making this just one of a kind.
I feel like I can't hate it.
That's kind of where I've landed on it as well.
Yeah,
I
I feel a lot about it, but I can't hate it.
Of the music we've listened to by this man, this is easily one of his least arguable songs.
Yeah, no, this guy's like, there's a reason that there's someone that is a member of our Discord that is very good at finding people online.
Mm-hmm.
And he has not been able to find the identity of Mr. J Bigga. J Bigga has scrubbed himself for the internet.
Once you find his song High School Girl or like his Walmart song, you realize, oh, this guy should be locked up.
Instead, he's just he pivoted to scene music. I don't know if this was elaborated on, but I think he pivoted to scene music in like 2009, 2010. And it is much more offensive and evil than this song is, even though it is still offensive and pretty evil as well.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps going and they keep zooming in.
Yeah, this is so funny.
He's like actively hypnotized.
Yeah.
I didn't expect this to happen.
Wait, the cops are at the door? What?
That is the nastiest thumbnail, the one that's right off to the side when he's in his scene era.
Yeah, no, that is very ominous of things to come.
Mm-hmm.
Is this Star Jake? Did Star Jake rebranded Jake Oblivion Weirdo Kid 321? Okay,
yeah,
perfect. No, I'm glad he's sound of mind.
And they're also calling themselves the Pescatarian Jew now at this point too. So they've got a couple different identities going on. But
that is two different things you can be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But your thoughts? Your thoughts?
He walks among us and we don't even know.
That's a good fucking
Here's the thing, we do know we know certain things, or at least we're pretty certain. We know that he's probably in Los Angeles. That we've determined that he's somewhere in LA based on like the recent records that we could find. Although of course he could not be there anymore. We don't know, but we know
there was a time where we were thinking he was living in a hotel.
Mm-hmm. Like it's very tough, but we know his full name. We know that he's probably in Los Angeles. He may be in Las Vegas or just Nevada. But we're slowly chipping away and we're slowly finding more things. And I think by the end of this year,
he ripped off one of your friends once.
Oh yeah. There was someone that followed me on Instagram that was like, "I love that you guys rip on J Bigga because he ripped me off one time when I was younger. He tried to like pay him to be on a song, and J Bigga just like took the money and ran. So, and apparently he said he still might have J Bigga's number, but he did not give it to me. So I may have to follow up and see if I can get J Bigga's number from this person."
He's got a really chiseled jawline.
It's got to be It has to be Photoshop, right?
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of bronzer on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his skin is so powdery and like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
It's very evocative of the eventual scene pivot.
Yeah,
he doesn't have any teeth. Like it's really like kind of.
Jamie is simultaneously weird. We're like in this phase and in the scene phase. The issue is that you could just hear everything that he says. It's very clear. He enunciates all of his words. You hear everything, and it's horrifying and awful. And then you get to like the more pop punky stuff he tried doing, and the man cannot. It sounds like he's singing in fucking Hopelandic. I don't know. I think we have too much stuff to get into on this episode, but Ice Cold Blonde by Jay Bigga. That is supplementary listening for the listeners if you didn't listen to the episode from like 2 weeks ago, I think. So 2-3 weeks ago, whatever. Let's move into back to the playlist. We've got so we've kind of gone into there's this is overall.
How are we 2 songs in?
I know.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. This is crazy.
We're gonna get through some of these quickly because there's not a lot to get into on a couple of these.
That's what you think.
This is like this playlist is. I wouldn't say this playlist is bro country. It is bro country, but it's more like post bro country. Like there's lots of different offshoots that it's had since then, and one of those offshoots is boyfriend country. Is it? It's boyfriend country, which the last song kind of was, but this is more definitively boyfriend country, and that is "Speechless" by Dan and Shay.
Yeah, they are the faces of boyfriend country, future husband country as well.
Yes.
Can I say something? I thought this was an upbeat to John Sean at first.
What?
Say that again.
I thought this was the upbeat into John's song. You know how John used to be in that group in the 2010s? It was an R&B group.
Oh, you're talking about Dijon, as in
Dijon. Oh yeah, it was like upbeat Dijon.
Okay.
I thought this was one of their songs at first.
Okay. It's like me a second. I'm like, I think that's what you said, but I'm like, I haven't heard it pronounced that way. But
yeah, no, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's definitely what I said.
But also, like, having heard Dijon, how do you hear this and go, oh yeah, this sounds like Dijon? This is where are the big guitar lines?
Okay, to be fair, I like spilled coffee myself. I spilled coffee on my shirt like 5 minutes before I heard this, so I was probably not in a good mood.
You go, clean yourself up, and we'll get into "Speechless" by Dan and Shay. You talk about like songs that were pretty much made. Like this is a song that was meant to be played at weddings and weddings only. It is like so fucking like it is truly utterly like I'm trying to figure out the word. Just like I want to say opportunistic, but that doesn't feel like the word that I'm thinking of. It's just like come on. It's obvious. It is so obvious maybe? The pivot. It is this is very soulless, right? It is just like,
what does boyfriend country mean? Because you all said it like it means something, and that doesn't mean anything to me.
It's like overly romantic, like obsessive.
Okay.
Girlfriend. Yeah. It's positive.
Okay.
Like it's like when bro country was like, have to get in my truck and I have to find any random girl that won't say hi to me. Like this is like the established
wife guy, kind of proto wife guy,
a proper gentleman.
But yeah, they love their wives more than anything else in the world.
Chance the Rapper type. The Rapper type guy.
I thought Shay was like a feminine name. They're both dudes.
They're both dudes.
This changes everything.
Dudes.
Yeah, and Dan's the one with long hair, and Shay's the one with short hair. You would think it's switched for whatever reason. I guess
I think of Shay and I think of shaved. So, it makes sense to me.
This song is not good. I've heard that Dan and Shay is like better than this, but I have not liked any of the music that I've heard from them. This song, the backing track on it, and it just being kind of a generic like love song. I shouldn't invoke this. This is a Gavin property through and through. But we've been watching The Lesbian Homie these last few months, and this sounds like something that would play in a sex scene during that. Like the closest thing of this playlist that sounds like that. It really does remind me of that. But not my thing.
I'll defend Dan and Shay. I've seen them live. I went to their concert in Newark, New Jersey.
Oh hell yeah!
And it was awesome. They thanked the crowd like 10 times for being there, which we were already
that's
there.
Nice.
That is nice.
and they have 3 Grammys, which is more Grammys than you think that they should have. But they really cornered the market on the country duo Grammy, I think, by being the only duo that was making music at the time.
I mean, Florida Georgia Line, they fell out beefing, so.
No, it's the Florida Georgia Line replacement. Like, they really snuck up behind him. It was kind of sad. Like,
wait, what happened to FGL? I can say that because I know about the band.
Yeah.
I think they broke up because one of them's like conservative and one's liberal, I think.
Yeah.
One of them was just on the fucking Masked Singer.
That's
yeah, more like the Unmasked Singer.
Dan and Shay, this reminds me, used to be on The Voice as judges, and they did have a 2-seater chair.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's adorable.
That's kind of cute, honestly.
I'd love to be in a little sidecar voice chair.
I fell down like this little like rabbit hole about Dan and Shay, and like they had like a friend falling out where they're like, we just don't know if we can continue the band. And then after a lot of work together, they decided to like be friends again and came out with their new album like 2 years ago.
You see, everyone, therapy does work.
Okay. This episode is going. God damn it!
So Max is freaking out because I pulled up a photo of Dan and Shay on The Voice.
God damn it! Not the buddy voice chair.
With the two.
That's crazy.
Roller coaster chair type beat. This is crazy.
Honestly, Shay, the chair is too big for Shay. He looks like Nathan in that one episode of The Rehearsal.
Yes.
He looks like he's in a high seat.
Oh, here we go. Oh, we're gonna get a behind the scenes of the double chair.
Like
I think it's so sweet that a divorced dad could take his adult son out to a roller coaster.
I was gonna ask if both of them had control of the button, or only one of them got to press it.
What if Dan likes someone but Shay doesn't? So they like swat their hand away.
They have to put their hands on top of each other and they push the button together.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute, actually.
Just remember, we're the only ones with room for 2 here. The first time that we saw it, we were asking to see
Dan touches Shay, that's why he's quiet.
I think the very first time we were actually on TV.
This is a couple to thruple ass voice chair.
Yeah.
And that was the first
I was gonna say, like, do you
It's
think
like that bed we were talking about, the bed design for non-monogamy.
Oh god! Oh, no, I was gonna say it's like the Meghan Trainor toilet. Where's the 2 toilets?
Yeah, her and Spy Kids.
I think it's like
This is an actual picture. That's real? That's it, yeah. We haven't seen a picture of that yet. Actually, they like tease it. They're like, on Monday, you guys are going to see the
I like
picture.
that this video has 41,000 views.
Yeah.
I just check this out for real.
We've been promised to see the chair.
My final thought on Dan and Shay is all of their songs sound like that one tweet that's like, imagine this, you unplug your crock pot full of buffalo chicken dip and your husband smacks your ass and you hear your kids playing in the play and like it's the Super Bowl. Like it's all of them are that. Like it's it really knocked it out of the park on nailing that one specific.
It's like the Dear Men start dressing like this video, like this picture, but for adults.
The original picture. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a liminal text for me. If you want to go back to that voice comment, the top comment, it's not super relevant, but it was just someone that was talking about how the UK had the double chair first, and they were upset that now that the US had a double chair, that they were stealing all the spotlight from the UK Voice. I didn't realize the Voice still had shooters like that in any capacity.
That's crazy.
I didn't see that. Who was in the double chair in the UK? Like Liam and Noel? Like
double chair the Voice.
They should.
It's like the double slide.
I wish that the Voice UK had a 5-seater for all the Spice Girls. That would be so cool.
Let's see. New double chair as shown is 2 seats.
McFly members. Okay.
Oh man, that's so much better.
God.
Leanne Rimes was on the UK Voice.
Yes, Leanne Rimes. Also, Will.i.am. How does Will.i.am? What we talked about this on the UK number ones episode. Will.i.am is just like for some reason inexplicably really big in the UK. Like we after the Black Eyed Peas and will.i.am kind of fell off here, we just essentially deported him to the UK, and he literally comes back to the US to like hawk some kind of like AI, crypto, some like bullshit technology, you know, like, and we should stop letting him. Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, stop letting will.i.am into the country. Okay, he has chosen to stay in the UK, and we must respect that decision and not allow him to come back to our glorious land, and our glorious land where things like demonic Jeff Foxworthy exist.
will.i.am is going to be a part of like the UK embassy.
I had this exact doll when I was a child.
144p video.
I like how the description's in all caps.
Toy Jeff Foxworthy, haunted and possessed. This is demonic crazy.
I was in a store and I saw a Jeff Foxworthy doll. When I played it, its battery was apparently low or it was broken. So it sounded weird and demonic. So here it is. It's not very clear, so listen close. Thanks for viewing.
Jeff Foxworthy doll, I've received your coded messages and I'm ready to act on them.
Oh, we can't get into 666. Make us 666 yet.
So let's just go ahead. Go ahead.
I heard that Jeff Foxworthy did not demonic voice out of in Portlandia.
Jeff Foxworthy seems like he might be a convert for a little bit. He's in Portland, but he's talking about how the city got ruined. I can see the vision. Jeff Foxworthy could live in Vancouver, Washington.
You might be a Portlandian if your partner got canceled onto X.com.
I want to die. This is the worst episode we've ever done.
Yeah, let's get into our next song.
Are you sure about that? I feel like this episode's kind of awesome.
This is nowhere near as bad as the second adult entertainment contemporary.
Yeah, we'll never go that low.
That was the worst episode ever.
Yeah, let's get into our next song though, which is "Buy Dirt" by Jordan Davis featuring Luke Bryan, and I can't imagine that anyone here has that many thoughts on this song.
Rest in peace, Peepaw.
Yeah,
is all I have to say about this kind of shit.
Yeah, this is a Peepaw-ass episode.
What if I told y'all that I went to high school with Jordan?
What?
I'm lying. I didn't.
Okay.
Anything's possible, though.
Yeah.
So Jordan Davis, you're talking about like meaningless names, like Jordan Davis. That's not a real name.
Me, when I kind of remember the guy who sang in Korn, but not really.
Yeah, no. There are a total of like 16 first names on this playlist.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I went through a list of like country artists because there's this guy Jordan Davis, and then there's also Connor Smith, and then there's Tanner Adele. Like these are all just like names of people you went to high school with. Like what was the guy who sang "Can't Have Mine"? Like that's not a real. You'll never make it in this big crazy world if you have such a normal first period name.
Every single name on this playlist is basically the name of a girl you went to high school with who is now trying to sell you like Herbalife on Facebook, and then you see her tagged photo, so she's married to one of these guys, basically.
No, I mean, there are 4 first names in the credits of this song alone.
Yeah. This is... Here, you know what song this reminds me of? Just in terms of like just the construction of the song itself. Not the lyrics are not as cringe as the song I'm about to compare it to. This sounds like fucking Train Hazel Sister.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It's very. Again, a lot of these songs I feel like are written to just be like playing while you're in a pool, and like I feel like Train cornered that market for a really long time. After. I do want to shout out Luke Bryan, who I feel like is like the king of this particular weird genre.
Oh yeah, he's the final boss of Dallas Suburb Country.
To get this guy's name on your song is so like that must be pretty huge.
Or you have like just a lot of money and Nashville's like, all right, Jordan Davis, that's the next big star in country. Let's get him the Luke Bryan co-sign and make it official, which seems to have worked. He has 10 million monthly listeners, so you know he's doing fine for himself.
when I saw his name attached to the song, I was like, well, maybe the song's kind of good. It has like Bryan on it.
Oh man, the next album comes out in 78 days, everyone.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
The countdown starts now. He's doing a song with Marcus King. That's a name that I see a lot. But his songs.
Marcus King, who
has an ass shot.
Yeah, ass shot. Also, his top song is from Arcane League of Legends. So,
God damn it, man!
But you know it's good.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah!
It seems like let's see, on Fantasy Records. I feel like I've heard this name. His most recent single is Honky Tonk Hell, which is, again, that's the name of this play. That's essentially the other name of this play.
Basically, yeah.
Honky Tonk Hell. So, I don't know. By Dirt, I have no thoughts on it. It is
all right.
Meaningless.
I don't either. Yeah, it's just there.
Let's watch from Hiob Dylan, 666 Make Us 666. And is a guy in a creepy wolf mask playing a banjo.
He's playing Flogging
It's very
Molly.
Phil Ox coded.
Yeah, this is just a prelude to our next video. We can't watch this one right now. This is gonna be a whole thing.
That was just a little teaser.
Yeah,
it might have been the best little snippet of music we've heard so far.
Let's actually watch the video because the next
the next song is the next song.
Yeah. So this is a character that Gavin and I have been fascinated with for years now. This is Timinator. His entire thing is he goes out into his yard. He's a Southern man who drinks 2 Four Locos at a time and gets just absolutely drunk as fuck. That's basically all he does. He does shout outs and stuff. He'll get so drunk that you can't understand a goddamn word he's saying, and then he will chug these Four Locos like there's no tomorrow. This one's called I'm Wearing a Werewolf Mask, Drinking a Four Loco, Giving Shout Outas, Listening to Mason. And he's in a werewolf mask, and he's howling, and then he's listening to Marilyn Manson's This Is Halloween.
Can we watch this on a stream?
He's already drunk. And,
yeah.
He has a bag.
He has a bag.
What's in the bag?
He has a bag.
What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
Oh, it's 2 Four Locos.
This is great for our audio listeners.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we have a larger man wearing kind of pilgrim clothing. I wouldn't say pilgrim, ideally, but probably like someone in the Old West, 1800s, just like big plain white shirt, baggy pants, 2 Four Locos in hand, werewolf mask on, cracking open his cans. He's taking off the mask. It's kind of like during the pandemic when you take off your mask to drink. It's kind of what he's doing right now.
Matty, what song is he listening to?
This is how we listening to This Is Halloween from Marilyn Manson. Did we watched this on the Halloween stream, right?
We didn't watch this video. But he's so drunk already.
He's so we're watching, guys. We are watching an Oscar-winning performance right now. Okay, we're watching Brendan Fraser in The Whale right now. This is an Oscar-winning performance.
This is old man gets hit and groined by football.
Yes.
Material right here.
Matty. So he's wearing a werewolf mask and he's listening to This Is Halloween by Marilyn Manson. Can you just tell me what month this was uploaded in?
Yeah, of course. This was uploaded on May 18th, 2015. Look, we're going to be celebrating Halloween very early on an upcoming episode, so, we can't really hate on...
It's kind of almost like half Halloween.
Exactly. Like, we can't hate on Timinator too much,
He's drinking them both. He's double gunning them.
Black metal toy. Somebody. Dude, I tell you her face. I don't want to fucking chat with you. I like the cool beers they drink it, but damn. I want to chat with you.
I did not understand a single word he just said.
Yeah, he's past the point of legibility.
I didn't expect this episode to be as indecipherable as it is.
Get this guy in the studio with Jay Vega circa 2007 right now.
This guy is like, it's basically what it's like talking to your uncle at Thanksgiving.
insane.
Do you think he's ever been to cowboy church?
Oh, absolutely.
Tim Turtle, you walk because you tell how it is. Fuck everybody who don't like you.
That's
this
right.
is insane.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite
I cannot believe we've never seen this guy before.
All of his videos are him just getting absolutely blasted on Four Loko and giving shoutouts. He has one that has like my favorite YouTube title of all time. It's like Four Loko Friday getting wasted listening to Inya, I think is the title. Gavin posted him on Twitter a while ago, but we loved Himinator. But that being said, we could go ahead and move on to our next song, because our next song is an important one.
Yes. How the fuck did you... Okay, this is Show Me Your Fish by Clayton Anderson. How the fuck did you find this, Violet? Because this is...
I think we found this on an episode. I remember... Or someone in our Discord posted this. It might have been Rena, it might have been CanCon. I don't remember who posted Show Me Your Fish. But we got obsessed with it for a while. I'm going to find who it was so I can shout him out.
This is my first
I think it was when we were doing the Childhood Yeehaw episode. Or maybe it was around Good Directions or something, but I'll look and see.
This was not the first time I heard this when I was listening to it earlier.
I've never heard the song in my life, and it like really, really made me sad.
Yeah, this...
Show me your fish. Put a thumb in your mouth. Oh, his mouth, my bad.
I like the Moby Dick reference. I think that's very literary of him, very scholarly.
Yeah, shout out to the people in our book club who are reading Moby Dick this summer. I don't have anything more to say about it. I'm not reading it.
Oh, it's Listen Up Nerds.
Oh, Jay. Okay, that was
yes,
yeah,
shout
Jay.
out other Jay.
JP.
Who said... Hold on, I just had the fucking message. God damn it. I believe it's a brother's friend plays in Clayton Anderson's band.
The dream brother's friend job.
Yeah.
Or friend's brother plays in a semi-famous country singer's backing band. This is the guy's biggest song. It's called Show Me Your Fish. And that is how we found this.
I did look into his Spotify, and he does have a song called Beer on a Boat on a Saturday, which...
Memphis, Kansas breeze type shit right there. Like...
Yeah.
Oh, and beer tastes better on Friday?
Beer tastes better on a beer on the boat on a Saturday.
He has a song called Struggle Bus.
He's also been making music for so long that I feel like I can't hate him. I have to respect his hustle.
Your love is like country music.
Oh shit, baseball card. You get 1.5 ult on all your uncommon cards with this. It's awesome.
God damn it.
So that was a Bullaush reference because he has a song called Gotta Get Up that is styled like a baseball card.
Oh my god, that is kind of crazy.
Yeah, this is on here. It reminds me a lot of Fancy Like, which we can't talk about on this episode because AJ Moser already did everything we could do on the podcast with that song a while ago.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch Fancy Like Christmas? I assume so.
Oh, that's on the same fucking song again, playlist. I have a Christmas themed one, and that's going to be on it.
That's nice.
But,
Fancy Like Christmas might be the worst song ever.
Maybe. But this song is hysterical.
It's so
awful.
good.
It's so fucking funny.
Because
this needs to be on Best Songs Ever.
Yes, this one is interesting because like you initially you're like, oh, what kind of like gross ass like fucking metaphor? Show me your fish. But then as the song goes on, it's just literally a song about fishing. Like it's just every moment that it could maybe undercut into a metaphor. He's like, no, like this is not about pussy. This is not about this. No, this is just like, I want you to show me your fish. Like, let's go out fishing and show me your fish.
I'm going through when we first found the song and we're talking about it, and Gavin posted something called Show Me Your Fish Sport Fishing Version. What the fuck is this?
Okay. Well, let's try to find
I
this.
assume it's a sport fishing version. I feel like sometimes you can flip on like a sports related channel and they're doing like a fishing competition and it's incomprehensible every time. It's just people on a boat, and you're always in a place where the sound isn't on, so you can't even begin to comprehend it, but they're just there are numbers on the screen. Oh my.
Well, this only has 2,000 views. That's sad.
Yeah.
Country music is dying.
Yeah, the
It
jiggle
looks
line,
like
that
he's
one.
in like an educational IMAX.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a 4D theater where you learn about rock formations. This should not be your music video.
He rented out an Omnimax for 2,000 views.
Oh wait,
Like
hang
the
on.
idea of them
I
filming it,
was like,
like,
can we find the
80.
brother's friend or the
I
friend's
feel
brother?
like they're like this is filmed in 60 FPS, which is making this really uncomfortable.
It's not. It's not 60 FPS.
It felt like it was 60 FPS, which is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
How is this different from the original?
I think it's just there's footage of sport fishing in the background. I think that's really the only difference. Wait, I think I found the friend's brother. I'm pretty sure it's the one like young guy in the band. But no, this song is awesome. It's literally just a song about fishing. Although the jiggle one is like that's really weird. I don't know why he said it like that. But otherwise, this is great. This is hilarious. Instant best songs ever. It's in terms of like bizarre country songs, like bizarre of this style, nothing's ever gonna top Good Directions by Billy Currington, of course.
Yeah, no.
But this is up there. This is definitely like approaching that tier of song of just like, what the fuck is this? This is awesome. Also, comments are turned off. Why are comments turned off for this?
I do find it endearing how much some men do love fishing. It's like on dating profiles, women are commonly like, don't show me that fucking fish. I will instantly swipe left if there is a fish, which I do understand. But I try and empathize with people, and I try and get in the mind of the man that is posting the fish. And kind of going back to what I said about kind of the general emotional repression this community can often seem to have. Those men are always smiling so fucking wide when they catch that big ass fish. They're like, that's the happiest moment they are experiencing in weeks, probably months. And they are just smiling so big with that big ass fish, and they want to share it with the world. And you just get these city women saying, don't show me that fucking fish. And that's kind of sad.
Yeah,
and I get why they swipe left. I understand.
I've never been on a date with someone with a fish in their profile for obvious reasons.
Me neither, but yeah.
But I just see it as male enrichment, you know? Like, you gotta let the guys get their fish. But,
sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying this is the best song I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, this song rules. This is how I feel the same way that Matty felt about last night, but Morgan Wallen about this song.
I said it was just okay. I said last night was just okay.
No, this song is a little bit dark, a little bit vulnerable,
a little moody. This scenario.
It was written by a human, if you know what I mean.
God damn it! You took the words out of my mouth.
Oh, what was the dating discourse from a couple weeks ago that was like, oh, men get their photos taken with fish because it's the only acceptable time they can ask for their picture to be taken.
Oh. It's true, but it hurts. Let's see. Did we want to go?
I like when it has the same stadium feel as like those like when they do like a song for baseball and like they make it like scary. They did that for fishing.
But of course, we just talked about Show Me Your Fish, so it's appropriate that we go to this next video, which is a Big Mouth Billy Bass speaker mod.
This thing has some real stinky bass.
Okay, just standard Big Mouth Billy Bass, but it's like attached to some speakers.
I wonder what David Byrne thinks of this.
I think he likes the Big Mouth Billy Bass. I really thought, like, seeing the speakers, I just assumed that, like, it was gonna turn on, and it was gonna like the speakers were gonna like violently rattle. It's just gonna violently rattle.
I was kind of hoping for that, honestly.
This guy takes care of his fish, though.
Yeah, but no, it's just a guy who just set up the big mouth Billy Bass on the actual speakers.
I feel like throughout this episode, this hat has just gotten higher on my head as I've gotten more in disbelief. It's just not even on there anymore.
I was going to send in one of the many 30 to 40 minute videos of people showing off their massive Big Mouth Billy Bass collections, but I figured we'd do a little music. This is a music podcast after all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And well, unless we have any final words on Show Me Your Fish, let's get to a request that I made for this playlist, but was one that was made not by me. I posted this playlist online, and a mutual of mine, Hannah, was like, "You got to add a Hardy song," and I was like, "Yes, if we're doing this playlist, we got to have a Hardy song." And I was like, "All right, let's do this one," which is "Kill Shit Till I Die" by Hardy. Hardy obviously is not as popular as Morgan Wallen or some of the other like newer country guys on this playlist, but he is very similar in that sort of combining multiple, basically taking genres outside of the country realm and bringing them into the Nashville, the Nashville scene. As "Kill Shit Till I Die" is like, it's essentially Sleep Token country. This is what this song is. It is.
Which wrestler is this an entrance for? Is all I have to say.
This guy's got 10 million monthly listeners.
Randy Orton.
Yeah, Randy Orton.
He's not as popular as Morgan Wallen, but he's the mastermind behind Morgan Wallen. He's the writer producer.
Oh shit! I didn't realize. I mean, I knew they collaborated a bunch. I didn't realize that he was like that close of a collaborator.
He's Morgan's closest collaborator.
Interesting. I guess that shows how much I
probably
know.
one of the worst songs I've ever heard.
It's really bad. He's also a close friend of Jeremy McKinnon from A Day to Remember.
What the hell?
This I
No, I don't know. I didn't know you could make music this bad.
Yeah, this
that
one's
album cover fucking rules.
The Mockingbird and the Crow.
All right, he wears that one contact on stage sometimes.
Oh my god,
that's honestly sick.
Oh yeah, man. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
No, the first time I heard about Hardy was someone I went to high school with posting in their bio that they are probably listening to Hardy, and I was like, I don't know who that is, and shocking.
Is this kind of the vibe of all of their music?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything
Nashville's new metal king. No,
yes.
for sure, man.
He was on one of those New Year's Eve countdown shows with what's her name? Leve or something.
Mm-hmm.
Pop artist, and they went back to back. It was him and then her doing her pop songs, her cute it was jarring.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've never heard of Hardy before today. I don't like this at all. But I guess I can make peace with the fact that there's still music for cousins to punch holes in walls to,
Not even that. Before I got this, my friend texted me, don't forget to mention that William Baker loves Hardy. William Baker, Phoebe Bridgers, and Lucy Dacus all said that this is their guilty, and I think guilty is a good use.
Yeah, definitely guilty.
Should feel
I think
bad.
people are too liberal with the term guilty pleasure, but no, that is quite apt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is good. His song Truck Bed, I have to think about it.
Yeah, can we just turn on Truck Bed, just see what's going on under the hood?
Yeah, let's see what's going on with Truck Bed real quick.
This is big. All right.
I will say this guy also kind of looks like if you put Rivers Cuomo and Kid Rock into the Fly Machine. Very interesting looking guy.
Do you remember there was a show that Morgan Wallen was supposed to do at Ole Miss a couple years ago, and he got totally blacked out did not make it on stage.
Yeah.
But Hardy was opening for him and already performed, and there's all these Facebook posts that were like, I paid to see Morgan Wallen and all I saw was Hardy.
Oh, right. I can't remember that. I don't remember the Hardy part of it, but I do remember. Who was the guy that was it Morgan Wallen who got in trouble for like throwing a chair over in Nashville?
Yeah, that's Morgan Wallen.
That was him too?
Yeah. Yep. He appears and also, and like that bar sells like little chairs that you can throw off the roof now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like almost like pizza tables.
Right, yeah, that's exactly like
I feel like this episode is driving me insane, and I did not expect it to do that at all. I don't know what's going on, man.
You never had anything else about
yeah.
This like gives me the same vibe as like listen to like Hollywood Undead and like 2007.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good pull.
It feels very like RuneScape music video coded.
Yeah, no, it does.
Hold on. Not yet. I was just trying to figure. So the first time I was introduced to Hardy was him performing at the Royal Rumble in 2023, which I don't think there's any footage of it on YouTube aside from fan cams, and I don't feel like trying to pull up Peacock to find it. So let's see how the WWE crowd reacted to Hardy performing.
From his new album, The Mockingbird and the Crow, please welcome country rock artist Hardy!
Also, yeah, having a guy named Hardy do a WWE thing, it's just like when there's literally two extremely famous Hardys.
Not a big pop for this at all.
Exactly.
He's also got, and I'm sorry, Violet and other people, he's also got kind of a Dave Navarro kind of vibe to him too.
Hey, as the premier Dave Navarro impersonator, I take offense to that.
It's just if Dave Navarro like really, really let himself go, you know, like
he looks like Tim Heidecker doing a character in this shot.
He looks like he's in a costume.
Yeah.
You never seen a pop star where Andy Samberg's character like disguises himself to go out to the bar?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, rock and roll, baby.
Yeah.
He's like if Hobo Johnson made it. It's fucked up.
I was gonna say, it's like he heard when Mumford & Sons put a little stank on it and was like, I'm gonna make this my whole career and just make it a little bit harder.
Yeah. I mean, Nashville's new metal king. The Los Angeles Times said it best.
I wonder if Hardy's favorite wrestling game is SmackDown vs. Raw 2007.
That feels right. That feels right to me.
Because that soundtrack definitely feels like he was influenced by it entirely, and like he only listened to it for like a year straight.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely the most it's definitely the most butt rock, like the most buddy butt rock that's on that playlist in particular. But I don't know. I don't know if we have anything more to say about Hardy. And I think just to keep consistent with the videos we have, we're gonna hold off on the Torchy's taco video that you may have accidentally heard.
How dare you?
We're gonna unless this song is supposed to go with the Torchy's taco video.
I mean I've lined the only things that really go together are there are two Show Me Your Fish and the final song we talk about each have a corresponding video. Everything else is kind of just a video, you know?
Yeah. So let's play song number 7 on the playlist, and then we'll play video number 7 on the video playlist. So,
do I not have another fucking video?
You only have 11, so it only shows 11 for me. So
are there not 11 songs on the fucking playlist?
There is 11 songs on the playlist. But remember, we went straight into Werewolf, Violet.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, we went straight from
play the Torchies rap. I'll add another video right now.
Okay,
great.
I don't want just good tacos. I want my tacos damn good. A lot of taco joints have good tacos, but only Torchies makes them damn good. My Torchies taco is the trail fried chicken.
So Torchies Tacos is a Texas-based Texas-based taco chain where all the tacos cost like $5 each, and white people just eat that shit up.
They are really good.
I mean, yeah, that includes me, but and they make stuff like this.
This is probably the best song I've heard tonight.
This is a brand sponsored rap.
It's the line about making it trashy because that's what you can actually do in the restaurant.
I wish this was on Facebook because this would have been perfect for my reel.
Yeah.
Very good.
Also, I love that the production sounds like fucking like Life of Pablo or like more like Cruel Summer era Kanye with like the horns and shit. That's Jesus. Great song, great beat. Torchy's Tacos. Can't wait to go to Texas and try Torchy's Tacos and see what the hype is. But for the time being,
tacos called the Democrat and the Republican. So if you want to be woke while ordering your tacos, you can, Matty.
You get the bipartisan.
I was gonna say
step across the aisle.
The undecided voter. They give you just a wrapper with nothing in it.
Well, I don't have a taco
You
in
get
my
the
hand.
libertarian.
Well, that's when they make you make your own taco.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
I like that.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
What about the socialists? What would be in the socialists?
Socialist taco.
That's when you
Fucking
share with your
nothing.
friends.
Ah, it's like a big one you share.
Oh,
Okay.
that's the party platter.
All right, there we go. Well, I don't have one of those tacos in my hand, but what do I have in my hand? I've got a drink in my hand, and that's our next song from Eric Church, which I think I can definitively say this. This is absolutely the most respectable song on the playlist. Like, this is not I don't like. I listen to this and I'm not embarrassed in some way or like taking some kind of irony to enjoy it. This is just like a good old drinking song, a good old drinking country song.
Yeah, this sounds like it's 5 o'clock somewhere, which is a song that I remember from my childhood. So like, I can't get mad at this.
Eric Church is awesome. Like, this was one of those when I first saw his name on the playlist. I was like, oh man, like he's kind of good. And then like this song, I was like, he is kind of good. Like, this is no complaint.
I think it's when we make these playlists, we like to have like some songs are here as reprieves. You know, it's like, hey, you listen to some bullshit. Here's this to kind of like bring it back down to earth before we.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so sorry. I didn't even mention the structure of this playlist.
Oh, okay.
So, with the exception of 2 songs, "Show Me Your Fish" and "I Wish Grandpa's Never Died," the structure of this was based on where I am most likely to hear this stuff, which is family weddings. Now, the first few songs we talked about were all songs about, you know, settling down, finding love, things like that. And that was the wedding section. And then, as you can see here, most of what we're talking about now are drinking songs, and this is the reception. So I completely structured this, and I completely forgot about my own structure. So I apologize there. I dropped the ball.
No, this song is I don't know if I'd call it awesome, but I do enjoy this song.
No, this song is awesome. I'll lock in that this song's awesome.
I also will lock in that this is
it's a very
awesome
competent song. And like I found myself as we kind of get deeper into the playlist, maybe because it is more like kind of drinking core, like the more upbeat stuff that we've been listening to, I found myself enjoying it actually. And I didn't really expect that from myself. Not that I'm like a universal country equals bad guy, but I don't know. I found myself, you know, really vibing with this, and as I was listening to this at Planet Fitness, I found myself getting into a little groove with this song, bobbing my little head along. Doing my little crossword between sets.
Yeah, especially after like Hardy and all of those just like fucking Dylan Scott stuff. This comes in and it's like, oh, this has got energy. This has got a vibe. I could drink to this. This is the kind of stuff they would play at Texas Roadhouse, and I'd be like, oh hell yeah, I'm in heaven, you know?
Like,
yeah, this sounds sick, honestly.
I'm in the parking lot at a Cowboys game, and he's also there, and they're chilling out. Like, this is awesome.
Yes. I want to queen out with Eric Church.
I'm sure you'd want to queen out with you as well. Surely.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
He's a chill guy. I'll defend Eric Church, I think.
Yeah.
Addendum, probably.
Oh God! All right. Oh God! I have not much more to say about this song. It's a solid little drinking country song. Not the worst thing in the world. Not the worst thing in the world. Not the best thing in the world. But for this playlist, I'll take it. It's pretty solid. But I don't like this. I don't like. What is Violet? What is this? What is this?
This is a rockabilly country singer who I don't his channel used to have his name. It was like The Masked Bandit or whatever. Now it's official channel Soundtrack Farm. This is just one of his songs. Oh, The Low Ranger. That's who he was. Yes.
This is a song.
Come on, man.
Does he say the name of the song in the song?
Yes,
okay,
he does.
So we'll wait. We'll let
He's just walking through corn. His friend has a shovel.
Yeah.
How did you find this?
Yeah, this is Hey Girl, Spank My Butt by the Low Ranger. It's just a guy who's kind of just boogieing to some very generic riffing. And occasionally he'll say, "Hey girl, spank my butt."
Look, as the preeminent expert on rockabilly on the Indieheads podcast, as everyone knows, I am rockabilly.
Psycho Matty and the Pepsi Phantoms.
Exactly. This is some fake rockabilly bullshit. This guy is a poser. He should just go in the cornfield and just get lost and never return. Same for his friend. Just both of y'all go just walk in the cornfield.
His friend's gonna kill and bury him.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a threatening aura to him.
Oh man, he's getting low to it now.
Yeah.
It was probably a really fun afternoon to film this.
This is just kind of nasty with it.
I bet you his friend just came over to have beers and then he was like, "Oh, we should record a video for my song right now." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. I think he has glasses on under his mask.
I can't really tell. The quality is not great, but
he looks like a Bizarro World swagless Max.
No, like when I had short hair and didn't know how to style it, you're very much right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I shared a video with you today of what I looked like in high school, and it does look vaguely similar, uncomfortably similar. There was on our golf team, there was a guy who looked like me, and they'd call us twins, but he joined the IDF, and also his...
What?
Yeah, no, he was Jewish. But he was very annoying. I don't think this reference lands for any of you. It might with you, Jay. But his uncle was David Kahn, owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, who's a famously inept owner in the National Basketball Association. And he'd always brag about it and would not like to hear. I was like, no, well, you didn't do a very good job. But yeah, just a couple fun facts. And people would always compare him to me, and it was always very upsetting because it was like, I am not this guy. And then after he joined the IDF, which was obviously after high school, it was like, oh, this makes me even more mad in retrospect. And he kind of looks like this guy.
Was that dude like the kid in that one movie from the 90s where he becomes like the owner of the twins?
I don't think what movie is that? I don't think I've ever seen.
Dude, there's a movie. I gotta look this up.
I might have some weekend plans. I don't have shit going on.
Great movie to see. I can't. I'm endeared by the friend in the back of that video. I'm like that. You can talk your friend into doing anything, you know. Like,
yeah. Well, let's keep moving in the playlist. Of course, we're still drinking.
I think Max and Matty should recreate that video.
Oh yeah.
I agree. Honestly,
I agree. Yeah.
Which ones? I guess I have to be the singer because I'm the red-haired one.
Yeah. I'll be the guy. I'll be the guy like in the shovel with no charisma whatsoever.
Y'all can take turns.
Yeah, y'all.
That's true. We can do two different takes and see which one kind of plays best.
Love the idea. Beautiful.
Oh, Max, the movie is called Little Big League.
Oh yeah, that seems like a popular one. Sounds like a movie that's popular at least.
I mean, Little Big League, of course, that's a band, a band that we like.
It did not make its money. It did not make its budget back. So.
Oh yeah, I think I was just thinking of the Michelle Zauner band. That's my bad.
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Well,
no, you're good.
Look, we're still drinking, we're still partying, and you know what's called. Look, on Friday night, that cold beer hit my hand like Mjolnir, and the cold beer is calling my name from Jameson Rodgers featuring Luke Combs. I hate
that you said that because that's like literally what I wrote.
Look, I'm recording this episode. By the time this episode is out, Liberation Weekend will have happened, and I'll probably have some content planned. I'll have some stuff going on that weekend. But yeah, I'm about to get so fucking drunk this weekend. So like, this is kind of a good playlist to kind of tease me into a very fun weekend.
You're making me want to go.
I mean, hey, there's still tickets available, Max. And if you want to carpool, I mean, I'm not sure if you got a place to stay though.
Yeah, I don't have a job.
Yeah. I'm
It's the
underemployed.
perfect time to go.
Exactly. Hey, exactly.
Let me
But
put my little hat on.
but this song is I don't know. This one was in one ear, out the other, like
Song is it's mindless. It's a cool hit.
Yeah.
It's you're floating, not paying attention. But it did drive me to both count how many Luke Combs songs mention beer, and this is the third.
Damn.
It never broke my heart, and beer can. This is culture calling it. He has way more songs than
Mm-hmm.
I love beer. Beer is the vibe chiller.
Beer is the
I
vibe
love
chiller.
beer as well. I don't love the song about beer, but I love beer.
Yes. Beer is let's just talk about let's talk what is everyone's favorite cheap beer? What is everyone's your number one cheap beer?
I mean, I am a trans woman, so I have to be like Bud Light, but I don't drink that shit, actually.
What is it then, if it's not Bud Light?
Let's see. Cheap beer? I don't know. I can fuck with the Coors sometimes. I'm from Texas, so Lone Star is my favorite beer, but, as long as it's not like a Pabst Blue Ribbon, I'm fine. That was the first beer I ever had in my life, and it almost put me off alcohol. Frank Booth is a psychopath for many reasons, including his enjoyment of Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Nah, you're capping. I
was about to say PBR was probably my beer of choice. That or a Montucky.
I would say
Violet,
being on the Indieheads podcast, even though we don't talk about indie music all that much anymore, and being like, I hate PBR. It ain't right. You
goddamn hipsters.
Yeah, but mine is not
PBR. Honestly,
PBR. I mean, I do love PBR, but if what's my favorite right now? I got to go with the Miller High Life. Miller High Life is still my top tier cheap beer.
Okay.
The bar that I'm regular at serves Miller High Life, so that is my water. Also been kind of just regular Miller High.
Hell yeah.
I went to MJ Linderman a couple weeks ago, and the entire floor was covered in Coke.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I also really like Narragansett. It's like a New York beer. It's pretty cheap.
I thought it was Narragansett.
Yeah, I love it. If it's like available, like I get that instead of PBR.
At Liberation Weekend, the venue it's going to be at has a Narragansett special.
Oh shit!
Man.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that's what's up.
I was gonna say it took me a second because I didn't know what you said, Jay. But now I'm like, okay, yeah, that's also a great beer. Wish it was available at more places because there's a great venue in Durham that I think that's like their standard lager, and it's great. Like for me, like if it for the most part, most lagers I fuck with. Half the pilsners I fuck with, but even a bad pilsner's like I'll take it. It's all right. I know I'm about to lose so many goddamn hipster points saying this. I do not like IPAs. Fuck IPAs.
Nobody does.
I'm very glad that the craft people are moving away from the craft IPAs. That people are finally moving on and going more into the lager and pilsner and other directions. Just because IPAs, I mean, like the only reason to drink an IPA is if you just want to get drunk really, really quickly. But like, I don't want to get drunk super quickly. I want the simmer. I want to slowly climb that mountain, not go straight to the top. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and an IPA is not good for such a thing. But
That makes one of us. When I'm drinking, I want to get white girl wasted immediately.
Look, there's times where you want. There are times, Violet, where I want to get white boy wasted right off the jump. Like, I mean, speaking of Liberation Weekend, of course, the last time that I really drank a lot was probably like last month when Echo Astral was in town, and we closed the bar down. Max, me, Echo Astral. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we did.
Again, I ordered a shot of Fernet for the table. Like it was.
Oh yeah, we started that night off with
one shot or shot for everyone.
So I got like a big shot of it and sort of shared it with the table.
Awesome.
Yeah, Maddie and I got
That's really
shots
cute,
at like
actually.
5 p.m. We're not really. I'm not a heavy drinker or anything, but Maddie came to the bar at like 5 p.m. and we both got shots, and the night was kind of just like that. Shoutouts to Barty Strange, who was a fun hang. You're not listening to this, but my opinion of you did change a little bit.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to the West Coast. I love a Rainier. I love a Montucky. The bar in Durham does have Montucky, but
Yes.
I haven't found a Rainier. Rainier's rock. But I haven't had any. Y'all ever had Rolling Rock?
I
think Rolling Rock is kind of a
College in
original.
Boston. That's all they had.
Okay.
The only
I didn't know Rolling Rock was like an East Coast beer. I thought it was more West Coast.
That's
but
the thing,
Rolling Rocks are also pretty good.
I was gonna
But
say
I'll rock with the
I only know
PBR in
Rolling
most
Rock.
cases.
I only know Rolling Rock because of that's what the angry video game nerd drinks. That's the only reason I know Rolling Rock.
My buddy's frat had like a green, like neon green Rolling Rock sign that would like indicate that like the frat was open, like through the window, like through the curtains. It's very beautiful looking back. But I've never had a Montucky. Just a side thing. I really want to try
Montucky's really
one.
good. It's really good. If you can find one,
that's right.
They don't
That's
have them
damn
in
right.
DC. It's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
It's too regional still.
Yeah, but let's keep it moving. I guess we'll get into this next video, which is not like us.
God damn it! I have to stay here for this.
We love line dancing in Texas.
Oh yeah, here we go. We have people line dancing to "Not Like Us" by Kendrick Lamar.
Can we watch the Michael Jackson "Not Like Us" after this?
There's a what?
Cal 50 posted it last month.
Okay. We post so many goddamn
asked him-
videos.
I asked him for it this weekend, so I'll
Max, we should learn this.
I'm down.
Again,
This rules actually.
You
I
should
don't
learn
hate
this for Liberation Weekend, Maddie.
I'm not sure we have enough time for that. I think we have enough time to learn this for Gavin's wedding coming up.
Oh
Yeah, we gotta hit the dance floor at
That's
Gavin's
kinda
wedding and do
genius.
this.
I've shared the video in the Discord just after this.
I think there's not much.
If Drake was in Inland Empire, this would be what would happen instead of the locomotion.
Oh yes, 100%.
I like how all their names were on the back of the shirts. Like it's like an individual, like different name on each.
That's kind of cute.
It's cute.
It is honestly.
Mhm.
Like I love it. I wasn't like hating all that. I actually love that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Let's see what Michael Jackson Pulaski does with Not Like Us. Okay, let's see. Did we link to his profile, or is the video just not loading for me?
I thought I linked to the. I thought
think
I
you
linked
did. I
to
think
the
I got
video.
my VPN for some reason doesn't do well with Instagram. So
All right,
let's hope this does not.
Let me make sure I can. This is very good for podcasting content.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I get the
I
right
hope
one.
they're not related to Roman Pulaski.
Oh God.
Oh, here we go. It's the most viewed video, I think. Go down a little bit.
Okay.
I think it's that. No, the one under that.
This one. Oh, yep. Here we go.
No, the one under the middle. The one under the middle one.
Oh, this one. Okay. Oh, yep. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's go.
Hey, let me hear you say. Super Bowl halftime surprise. They not like us.
I can't tell if he looks like the dad
They not like us.
from Even Stevens or Michael Rappaport.
Shimon.
Michael Rappaport's a great show.
They not like us. They not like us. Shimon. It's life. Hey, run fight. Let me hear you say. Oh,
What the hell? That's a lot to take in. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Aaron Jackson. You would have loved this guy.
R.I.P.
Oh,
Aaron
absolutely.
Jackson.
That's a great comparison point.
R.I.P. to the king. Let's move to our next song then, which again we got just a few more. We got up next. This is the only woman on the playlist. It's Watermelon Moonshine from Lainey Wilson. And again, this is also kind of a reprieve of sorts, you know, like I like this one. It's cute. You know, it's not great, but again, it passes the test of, oh, this feels like a song written by like a real person. You know, like this feels like a song written by a human being, which obviously,
and for once I agree with you.
Yeah, obviously, with the standard that I've set, that Morgan Wallen is a real human being. That's, you know, I understand if you don't take my opinion seriously at this point. You know, it's been a while since I know there's certain writers and podcasters that just give out their hot takes and they're like, I'm saying it. You know, that's my hot take, and you know they stand by and they double down. They don't feel shame about it. And I wish I could feel the same. You know, I wish that I could be shameless in some of my opinions sometimes. And for the most part, I am. But I do feel genuine shame for, like, thinking that last night's, like, okay and not hating it. Because I was literally talking to my coworker today because I showed them the playlist. And their first thought was, like, oh, my God, I fucking hate Last Night. And, like, they like plenty of other Morgan Wallen songs, but they fucking hate Last Night. And Sav, if you're listening, I'm sorry that I failed you. Okay, I'm sorry that I think Last Night's actually pretty good, but this song is also pretty good. Watermelon Moonshine. This
song reminds me a lot of the first two Casey Musgraves albums.
I was gonna say a lot of. I'm definitely hearing a lot of the early Casey Musgraves stuff on this.
Big Country kicked Casey Musgraves out and then realized the need to find a new Casey Musgraves.
Yes,
unfortunately.
I think this song is good, but Lainey Wilson does give me the vibes that she would name her kids Jackson with an X, and that is a detriment. But
hell yeah,
yeah.
I feel like the jokes for Lainey Wilson, it's right there. Like I was at a country music festival in my hometown, and like there was a giant line wrapped around the block, and I would follow the line to see what it was, and it was for the hat company that Lainey Wilson uses. That does her
God.
I was like,
what
come
on.
Like that. Like everyone wanted a big hat. I said,
like the noggin bosses.
I said like years ago that I'd defend Lainey Wilson. I'm stuck there. Defending her forever, but
you should get a noggin boss for Liberation Weekend.
Oh God, no!
Echo Astral hat.
I mean, hey, I'll pitch it to Jael. I'll pitch it.
You can get a generic PGA Tour logo noggin boss, like the Rob Lowe NFL hat.
Okay, and I see the vision.
This is the craziest hat I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. This is a cute song. I like it.
Yes.
It's a song about having your first drink and falling in love. It's cute. It's adorable. I like it.
And so Violet, her boyfriend goes by the name Duck. So you're probably not too far off the kid's name.
I'm sorry. What's the name?
What's the name? So
Duck. He goes by Duck.
Oh,
right.
Duck.
Oh yeah,
okay.
He goes by Duck.
I thought you said Doug at first, and that's a whole
not the right
can of worms we can't get into. Yeah, we can't get into Doug right now.
But I feel you know what, Max? Let's get into it. Violet, let's get explain.
We can't get into Doug.
Explain.
Okay. Yeah, no, sure.
Up here?
I was looking up. I was looking on Facebook for a video of my friend and I singing Space Oddity at the Senior Talent Show. And while I was scrolling through my Facebook photos, I saw a video or a photo I posted of a mug that said Doug on it. And I was like, why the hell do I have that? And then I remembered in high school, people would say that you were looking Doug instead of saying like cool or sharp or fly. And I was like, at first I thought that was kind of a figment of my imagination. And then I asked my friends, hey, so like that was a thing that people said, right? And they were like, yes. And so I posited a question in the Discord saying, hey, did you guys ever say like people were looking Doug? And everyone thought I was fucking insane and that I was lying to them again.
Yeah,
which,
I've never heard
to be
of this.
fair, I kind of am a boy who cried wolf. I understand the apprehension to believing me in those kind of situations, but it was real. And so when you say Doug like that, it kind of evokes those memories of, because Doug is a high compliment. It's kind of almost like it's a higher compliment than looking sharp or fresh or fly. You're looking Doug. And that's like a real thing that people said. And it wasn't just me, and I wasn't imagining it. It was real. And that's it. I don't have much more to say about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We opened the can of worms and we closed it.
There we go.
Good.
And yeah.
God damn it.
So do we have any questions about Doug?
No, I don't think so.
I think Max explained it in a pretty Doug way, you know. So I give you credit, you know.
Thank you.
I was gonna ask about like origin. Like, was there a kid named Doug or anything?
No, great question. I think the guy that said Doug also was like one of the inventors of Neely Chi, which was
we can't get into Neely Chi.
It's a whole language. But he was like the quarterback of the football team. So if he started saying things in a weird way, other people just started doing it too. And it was kind of just like a waterfall. It was like trickle down economics if it actually worked. But it was just for phrases.
I think that's really impressive that you guys had your own kind of like lingo. I feel like that.
Yeah,
I'm blown away
like Neely Chi isn't really a language. It's just like saying E after every syllable. So like instead of Doug, you're like, hey, you licking dig. And I don't need to get any deeper than that because it's a whole rabbit hole, and we've argued about whether people don't think it's real. People think it's just a bit. It's not. It's a language. But even like talking like this, I've probably said too much about it. But yeah, no, I've started to realize growing up in the suburbs of Portland, Oregon was a strange place.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Can we just pull up the
please,
pull up the Cracker Barrel video?
God. Yeah, let's learn
I feel like I'm losing the plot here.
Let's learn how to beat the Cracker Barrel tea game in 1 minute. Visual bit on an audio podcast. Look, if you want to figure out the secrets of how to beat the Cracker Barrel tea game in 1 minute, you can always just look it up on your own time. But I think instead you should just go to the Indieheads podcast Patreon and put $1 in there, and we'll maybe post this video in the chat if we remember, and you can learn how to beat this game in one go.
Ever been to a CB, Matty?
Of course I have. I'm from the Midwest. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We got plenty of Cracker Barrels in the Midwest.
I've never been to a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, we gotta go, Max. We gotta if we end up going
have to go to Cracker Barrel.
If we end up going,
we went by when we went to go dig that big hole.
Exactly. Which
hell yeah.
Have we mentioned that on the podcast yet? That
I don't think you mentioned on pod.
Yeah. By the way, if you watched Jacob Geller's most recent video about digging a hole, and you thought, hey, wait, are those two guys Max and Matty? Yes, that is us.
Guys from the Indieheads podcast.
We did actually have a couple. There were actually a couple comments in the Jacob Geller video being like, wait, is that so and so from Indieheads? And yes, me and Max were in that video.
That's insane.
Someone was like, is that Matty from Indieheads? And I had to go in and confirm that it was me.
That's fucked that people recognize this podcast. Like,
look, I'm what they call a micro influencer. Okay, I'm a micro influencer, and I'm famous to certain people in the world. I had
the fact that you got recognized at Cat's Cradle in Carrboro, North Carolina, is a fact that I still can't properly wrap my head around.
Oh, was it? Wait, hang on. Was this one that you were at, or was this the first date story?
You just told me about it, but you told me that someone you're on like a date or something, and then you got ghosted afterwards. But that's not part of the story. Sorry.
Yeah.
That is part of the story.
That is part of the story. Is that
relitigate it?
Yeah, I mean this was like last year. Like I just moved to North Carolina, and I was on a first date with someone. We went to go see Black Country New Road, and as we were like walking up to go inside the venue, someone was like, wait, are you Matty? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh yeah, my ex-boyfriend loves your podcast. It's like, all right.
Jesus Christ.
Like, hey, I mean, look, which is like many such cases. There's many ex-boyfriends that probably love this podcast, and as the
official podcast of ex-boyfriends.
Exactly. And as an ex-boyfriend myself, we appreciate you, we love you, I see you, I feel you, all that stuff. And then we went to the show, and then like afterwards, even though we had already exchanged numbers, she unmatched me on Hinge, and then I got ghosted. So hey, that's dating life for you.
Them's the breaks.
Thumbs the breaks.
Them's the breaks.
What can you do?
Can I tell my Cracker Barrel story here really quick?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, please.
Okay, so when I was in high school, I was dating this girl and we went to a Cracker Barrel for a date. I don't know why. And I thought to impress her, it'd be really cool to try to eat like one of their steaks, like whole in one bite.
Oh my God.
So I did. I'm just soaking it.
Do they have small steaks
at the table?
Good God.
And, like she had to like, get behind me and like help me spit out of my mouth. I haven't been to one since.
I like maneuvered.
You were almost an 1,000 Ways to Die character. What the fuck, Jay?
And like I like growing up, like I love going to Cracker Barrel, like because I used to go between North Carolina and South Carolina a lot. So like to me, like a Cracker Barrel is always like a good way to take a break off the road. And after that, like I have not been back to one since.
Do you think it would happen again if you went back?
I guess it depends if I want to like impress someone there.
You want to impress someone at the Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, I was 18 then. I'm 31 now. It might still happen.
I mean, like immediate follow-up, was she impressed?
No.
I feel like if you did get it all the way down, though, she would have been.
Yeah, she probably should be like, "That's so badass of you, Jay." I'm like, "Thanks."
Well, I think that's yeah. Let's just get into our next song. We got 2 more left on the playlist.
Wait, somewhat tangential, but I was told this story is crazy. But when I was younger, I didn't like necessarily try to eat my dinner fast until a certain point. But when I was younger, I got in my head that like eating dinner faster than my dad was like a competition. So like the first time I ate dinner faster than my dad, I was so fucking proud of myself. I threw my fork on the table, and I don't think my parents understood it all, but it meant a lot to me. And it's not the same as eating a steak in one bite, but it feels spiritually similar.
You told your dad, you're like, "I'm the man at the house now." You're like,
no, exactly. I was like, "I'm fucking here. I've arrived. I'm not a boy anymore."
That's right.
Not to bring up like another Lonely Island movie, but that's like in Hot Rod. That sounds like a plotline that Ron would...
Yes, with the stepdad that Ron wants to kick his ass. Absolutely.
Yeah. He would just like choke on his food, eating his food faster than his stepdad.
God. Shouts out to Quaid Army real quick on that one. God. Which by the way, Max is an only child. Max is an only child, which makes a lot of Max's story make way more sense. Once you have that information, you're like, oh, okay. Like, I think Max, you told me a story about your dad recently that made me go, oh, okay.
What story?
I can't remember what the story was. It'll come to mind at some point, but I think I might have been too drunk to remember, but I do remember the feeling of being like, okay, yep, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And
no, absolutely not.
And the margarita doesn't fall too far from my hand, as our next song is One Margarita by Luke Bryan. And if anyone wants to compliment that segue, the floor is yours. I feel like that was a good segue. I've done some really bad ones recently on this podcast. So
step aside, Jimmy Buffett. There's a new king of drinking songs in town.
Everyone's gonna ignore my 6 segue. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
my podcast.
I suck at this. I suck at this. I feel like if you walk into a Tex-Mexican restaurant in the South, this should be playing at like 5 o'clock.
Oh, 100%.
Let me tell you right now, it is.
Yeah.
I just want to say I really like the intro. The line that's like, "Everybody here ate from here." That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
a little bit of a brain twister, kind of.
This should be like the national anthem of Galveston, Texas, right here.
Or like when you're jumping into like the gross water.
Yes.
Oh, he mentioned Jimmy Buffett in the song.
I love kind of. It's almost like an interpolation of the Macarena.
Like it kind of is.
Yeah.
It's got
also, this reminds me of, remember the video of that preacher lady who talks about if you give a woman certain amounts of margaritas, she'll do different sexual acts?
Yeah, and the crowd's cheering her on.
Yeah.
You guys have, I don't know if you all had campus preachers, but those people were so crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that was always a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mine used to like, give us like free Chick-fil-A, so that's how I survived for like a semester in school.
I only went to college very briefly. I went to a community college to get my general studies out of the way until I decided on which actual college I wanted to go to. But then I got so mad because my final wouldn't print that I just stopped going. But when I was there, we had the most timid, least confident street preacher of all time, who, whenever we walk by, he'd just go, "Jesus loves you, Jesus loves you," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, fucking timid Pastor Tim, you could do this a little better," but it was fun. Did you ever have the guys that would give you like the fake dollar bills, and then they would all say like,
"The shot."
Jay's just vibing.
This song is good, by the way.
I enjoyed it. This was the best and catchiest song on this whole playlist.
Look, Bryan, he's the final boss of this. Like, this is this is what he does. Like,
this is his forte.
He's named 3 different artists to go with the song: Buffett, Marley, and Chelsea. Like, he is the scholar of his own genre of Margarita.
I'm vibing. It's good. Yeah.
You can tell this was written by a real human being who's gotten wasted on margarita.
Shut up. This is gonna haunt me. All right, let's see what video do we have up here. We've got my movie from.
This is a classic. If you have an uncle. Okay.
All right.
This is a classic. If you have an uncle, this is what they see in their dreams, basically. This has the most views out of any video I've ever shown on the pod, but like, how could I not show this? This is Texas culture for your divorced dad, right here.
We got a blue, a silver. We have 2 silver skulls. One has a blue light and one has red light. Oh, it's the stick shift for your car. Sorry, visual bit on audio podcast listeners, but this is
everyone's seen this.
Absolutely not.
I like the photo booth photos right there.
It's just shot upon shot of skeleton stick shifts.
But it's just repeating the fucking Bad to the Bone riff, but not getting into the vocals at all. It just glitched out.
This has 2 million views?
Yes.
Do you still buy those?
I want to buy one of these.
I'm gonna put it in my Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Oh, I like how they have the Bandcamp link in the description.
Yeah. Oh. I thought the music was gone. All right. Is it going to come back? Directed by Enter Your Name Here. Okay. All right. Starring Enter Your Cast Here.
Come on, man.
This might be like too meta for me personally.
This is clearly like a joke, but
yeah,
it's a great joke.
Yeah, anyone with the Bandcamp is they're in on this one.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's why I can't support it.
Mm-hmm. God, but let's okay.
But there's a message that I can support, and it's our final song of the night.
Yes.
God, we haven't even gotten to this song yet. God damn it, man.
Yeah, this is the main event. This is the one that inspired this playlist, and we're talking about it again because now we've had time to process the song and really get into how fucking insane it is. This is "I Wish Grandpa's Never Died" by Riley Green. This is the best song ever made. I showed my coworker this today because I was like, sometimes I try not to infect my coworker too much with like the horrible shit we listen to on this podcast, but I was like, you need to listen to this, and for like the last like 20 minutes of work, he was just complaining to me, being like, why is he saying this? What do you mean by this? Like, just breaking it down line by line.
We played this for Shaq before the episode last week. Like, this has been a thing, in our podcast. But every line in this is weirdly out of pocket, especially the chorus, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, we're going to listen to the song, and then we're going to break it down line by line and really... and just see how fucking stupid this is. Just how fucking dumb this song is. Let's see, when did the song come out? 2019, okay, so before they went woke. But now they're not woke anymore. So
I wish the price of gas was low.
It's like those yard signs that were like Trump prices low, Kamala prices high, but it's just gas prices low, cotton prices high.
Come on, everyone.
That's one of the craziest lines. I feel like I say this a lot. That's one of the craziest lines I've ever heard in a song. What does that mean? Who could possibly care about the price of cotton? I don't.
Yeah, that one is a real. We'll get into it once we go line by line. But that is the one that makes that's the most eyebrow raising line in a song full of eyebrow raising lines. I don't like that one. That's weird.
No.
You want to be 17 forever, or you want to kiss a 17-year-old forever? What's going on there? I wish everybody overseas was gonna make it home. That's a.
Bro, it does.
That line is like, that is a. Again, you literally made "I Wish Grandpa's Never Died," and you're complaining about country radio.
I've heard via the internet that he changed that line.
So
big.
And back road driving, drinking kids never got caught. They probably should get caught.
Yeah, he wants drunk drivers.
Yeah. Look, he just wants people to get to work on time, okay? Is there something wrong with that? With Riley Green?
No, that's a good ass point.
Riley Green is for the dudes.
Yeah, he's for the fellas.
A lot of these things, like, I don't really picture dudes listening to this, but this one is like a solid, like, Riley. Like,
this is hilarious. I This is like when you're a little kid and you get obsessed with like dinosaurs. Riley Green is like a little kid who just got obsessed with like cowboys.
His special interest is grandpa's.
And it's like doing his bedtime prayers, and it's this. Like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
This is probably what he said before he got baptized in a horse truffle.
Oh, yes, absolutely. This guy goes to a cowboy church.
Yeah. Which honky tonks didn't have no closing time.
He looks like the dad from Inside Out with a mullet. Like,
oh, God.
Like, that's not a country mustache.
Yeah.
That's a Portlandia mustache.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Armisen ass.
Maybe he was trying to make it indie rock and it didn't work out, so he started writing country music about his grandpa.
I'm surely.
All right. Okay.
He's got a David Berman-esque quality to him.
Don't ask this guy his favorite Silver Jews album, or you'll never be able to leave, dude.
Oh, God. All right. I love the bit we're doing, but we need to analyze the song as is. Okay, we need to take the song as is. We're gonna go not line by line totally, but like if we see a line that stands out, let's pause it. Let's talk about it. Of course, the opening line of the song is. Okay, that's weird. It's like okay.
Divorced energy already off the charts.
We're already in like a level of misogyny and possessiveness that is like, oh, okay.
It feels like that's like the first thing, like that was the song he wanted to do, and then he had to come up with like other bullshit to like fill in the rest of it. But like that's what he means with his whole heart. It's like he wishes that girls he loved never gave back diamond rings.
Mm-hmm.
He has to fill in the space.
Yeah, but
of course, that leads you into the next line.
Yeah, which is
the best line.
I wish every porch had a swing. I wish that is. I mean, I think
It's
like
just a boomer complaining about everything.
yeah.
Yes.
Here we go.
I have to agree. I do wish there were more swings.
He's got a point there. It's like is it a line written by someone that's either 9 years old or has had enough brain damage that they have the brain of a 9-year-old? Absolutely, but sometimes 9-year-olds make good points. So we got to hand it to Riley Green on this one. So let's keep it moving. Oh, okay, boomer ass complaint, but
okay. This line is funny because if he has kids, he probably tried to raise them, and then like he just gave them like iPad like after 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, these kids are watching Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah, so it's
yeah. Genuinely, this feels like you fed an AI like all of those like boomer cartoons that your peepaw will post on Facebook and said, write a song based on these, basically.
But here's okay. Let's just hear this. What's going on there? What?
Okay, to be fair, they have a pretty good punk scene right now. So maybe he's going to hardcore shows.
He is from Jacksonville, Alabama, so maybe that plays into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's just a very like the conceit with this song. This is to spoil a point, but still, that my coworker was just like, none of these things would be special or like good if they like lasted forever. Like the whole point of some of these experiences is that like that it is temporary, that it is like very short, and that's what makes it special. And when you take that away, these things are no longer special. If every state had a Birmingham, well, that'd be pretty fucking boring, And also, why Birmingham? That's just
realistically, most states probably do.
Exactly, but this one. What song? What is Mama?
What is Mama Tried?
Mama Tried. It's a classic country song.
Ah, okay. That one is
tried to raise me better.
One of two references to country songs in this one.
Damn, that song's a lot of plays.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Classic. So that one, I got nothing to complain on that one. I wish everyone knew the words to my favorite song too. That's a fair complaint.
I mean, that's a real ass line right there.
I feel that.
And here's the thing: if you're unemployed, then you could feel like this all the time. All right, you just have to be unemployed, and
it's the never-ending weekend, baby.
Exactly.
But you know that Ryan Green is not unemployed. He's definitely working a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just like him like driving around like the neighborhood, being like, "Can I cut your yard, please?"
Mm-hmm.
But all right, that gets into the line, which is.
That's trucks.
That's just trucks.
That's trucks.
Crazy ass line.
I think Jackie was the one who said that line has the exact same vibes as the "I think you should leave" sketch with the guy that sees the car and says it's two motorcycles with a little house in it.
Truck with no truck bed. What? Oh, yeah.
I bet you that Riley Green has a Cybertruck right now.
Oh yeah. I was thinking this is very Cybertruck coded.
Yeah, that's the same image I had. And I tried to imagine what, again, my Honda Accord would look like with a truck bed, and I'm fascinated.
Mm-hmm.
My RAV4 would look like a hearse. I'd be all about that shit.
God. But all right. What is
Google
that?
Google Maps is unusable. Google Maps.
This is like one of the dumbest statements he makes in the whole song.
This is the universe. This is the universe that fucking Good Directions takes place in.
Yeah, man. So you're on Copperhead Boulevard right now. So once you get up there, make a run to Copperhead Street, and then you're gonna go down the road. And you're making a left. You go on the Copperhead Drive.
Survival horror puzzle. That's what this wish is.
It's like the fucking subway, that like survival horror game where you're just like walking through like the subway. Yeah, just to put. Oh fuck! Which Copperhead Road is the right one to make the exit on? Fuck.
Unlocking the atlas in the I Wish Grandpa's Never Died roguelike.
So, but here's the thing. That's a really stupid line, but this is a real ass line. I can't disagree with that.
He would have definitely changed this after Bud Light turned woke.
Oh, 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if he does this song live, he changes the name of the beer. Because I imagine he started singing.
Can we watch this song live in the last year and see if it's different?
Yes. Let's see if we can find a recent performance.
The thing is like I don't think they're woke anymore though, because they have like the commercial Shane Gillis now and Post Malone.
Yeah, I mean they went woke and then they backtracked from being woke.
They backtracked it.
Mm-hmm. So let's see if we can find.
But it's not that they backtracked; it's the fact they did it in the first place. They don't.
That's
forget.
true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is from Stagecoach 2023. So this is probably when the controversy happened.
Not a great live singer.
It sounds like a Friday night for him right now.
He sounds like he's about to start crying.
He is.
This one's about his grandpa, man.
Wait, oh shit, he changed the line. He changed the line.
Oh. And coolers never roll out of Cold Bush Light.
Cold Bush Light? Isn't Bush the same company?
No fucking way.
Isn't Bush Light also like it's the same company? Hang on, let me double check and make sure that Bush Light. Yeah, it's also Anheuser-Busch. So is Bud Light. It's the same company. It's the same. You're trying to like make a posture for like anti-woke shit, and it's the same company. You're still supporting woke Riley Green. Also, all the fucking people cheering, fucking morons. Yeah. Stagecoach, fuck.
Dude, the Bush Light apple beer is lit.
I have not had it. I want to try it. So hey,
dude, it's so good.
Does the Bush Light reference get a big pop? I had my headphones off.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Everyone cheers.
Oh, yeah. Let's
run it back for me.
It's the most replayed part.
Max's face is in his hands.
This is like such
I feel like I opened my own Pandora's box.
This is definitely like a post my grandmother would show on Facebook and be like, take that, woke culture. Riley Green just changed the lyric from Cold Bud Lights and Cold Bush Light.
And
then he'd be like, you did this to yourself.
And everyone's like, say amen in the comments if you're happy about this. Everyone's like, amen, amen, amen.
Mm-hmm. God. Also, one of the top quotes, love Bud Light being taken out of the song, crying, laughing emoji. And of course, thankfully, the first reply is funny because Bush Light is owned by Bud Light, LMAO. Like,
God. First comment that says that both of his grandfathers have writing credits on this song.
That's honestly kind of sweet. It's a very dumb song, but that's honestly kind of sweet that he gave. Like that's a nice little gesture. I gotta give Riley Green credit on that one.
I'm not giving this meathead any fucking credit.
Exactly, because
I hope his pop-pops are fucking dead. Fuck this song.
Hey,
I'm mad listening to this.
Violet, this song has brought us so much joy. We have laughed so hard at this song. Come on.
I feel like I'm stun locked after learning that he changed the lyrics live.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
That and realizing all this shit, he believes in all of this. You know, I hate this. I think I hate this song now.
Yeah, but we got more lines to get through. Let's see. Here's this next one. You have CTE. You literally have stupid. You're stupid.
Can you imagine the tiebreaker scenarios this would cause? Please shut up, man.
Yeah.
Dude, if my team won every single game, I would get bored. I just would stop going to games.
Isn't that's like basically a participation trophy? Like,
yeah, every team is 6-6. Like, all right, very good.
My team won a lot, and it was awesome. So I have to stand by him. I love Friday Night Football.
But then they'd always lose on the road. No, that sucks.
It was really cool being the winners. I don't know.
Okay, no, I get it.
It made us stronger and better in our district.
God. All right, here's the one that like is really fucking stupid. Like, I get what you
Drunk
mean.
Driving anthem.
Yeah, but like, I'm sorry. There's certain things where like, okay, like if those kids are smoking pot, like, and they're just like at home or whatever, like, yeah, no, they shouldn't get caught doing that. Or even like if they're at like a house party, you know, like, it's illegal, but like whatever. But like, if they're drinking and driving, like they deserve to get caught. Like that. Like, what do you mean by this? And of course, this line is the real. Okay.
What What could you possibly mean by that?
Yeah, like, okay, gas was low. Sure, that makes sense. Everyone wants low gas prices. Cotton, what do you, yeah.
Caro, what, you might have some insight here.
No, because my thought is that this song came out in 2019 during the first Trump administration. So, like, when I first heard the line, I was like, oh, that's like one of those, like, Biden stickers. Like, you know, like the, I caused that.
I did that.
Increase thing. Like, yeah, I did that. But this came out during the first Trump administration. It was a complaint about the gas price. That just feels weirdly apolitical. I don't have any insight on the cotton thing. That is, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, let me see. I'm going to pull up Genius and hope to God that maybe Genius has something that maybe,
all right,
maybe they're able to tell us what.
I'm looking at the 45-year historical chart of cotton prices. In 2019 looks like a pretty good year for cotton.
Yeah.
2012 it spiked like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. The United States is the leading exporter of cotton due to cotton's growing climate is primarily grown in southern states. Low gas prices and high cotton prices would denote a good economy.
It's just an economic principle, like a weird one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah.
I didn't know he was an econ guy. I didn't know we had a midst.
He's loving looking at graphs in his free time.
Mm-hmm.
He's on Robinhood during his free time.
Oh, he was buying GameStop stock like nobody's business.
Oh yeah, you know
once he learned what it was, he was all over it.
Oh yeah. He's probably got some Bitcoin. He's got some Bitcoin in his wallet for sure. You know, he probably bought at least 2 NFTs at 100%. But okay, we got some lines here that these 2 lines, like dumb, but like you want to party and keep partying. That makes sense. That's fine. That's a fine line. But in but with the rest of the song, it's very, very stupid. And then, what the fuck did any of that have to do with grandpas? You're just wishing for things that you want, and then you're like, again, you could have built up, like, again, memories with your grandfather, like all the things that you guys did together, and, you know, being, you know, sad about it, like, hey, I wish we could keep doing this and this and this, but for some reason you're like, fuck, I wish grandpa's never died. I don't know. Like, it's just, this is stupid. This is a stupid song. It's so fucking stupid. And it keeps getting stupider. That's a fine, again, very similar to the honky tonk line. Like, hey, having a lake day, you want that to go on forever. That makes sense. I'm okay with that. This one, though. Why would you want to learn how to drive again? Learning how to drive fucking sucks.
License revoked.
I have a theory about this song, I think.
Okay, what do you got? What do you got for us, Jay?
I wonder if both his grandfathers died, and he came across like their diaries or journals, and then he was like, I'm going to take sentences from both of their journals and make a song out of it, and that's why they got the code writing credits.
I see. That could be it. That could be it.
I like that.
And like one grandfather was like, "Man, I wish I could drive again. It sucked drunk driving that one night, and I became like paralyzed."
Yeah.
It did say his grandpas have writing credits. That does seem like a peepaw ass complaint right there.
Mm-hmm. God. So, wish I could do it again. Somehow, I think a top 5 stupidest line in this entire song. Because, like, why would you want to learn to drive again? Too chatty, as Lights Camera Jackson would say. Too chatty, too wordy.
Mm-hmm.
Cut that down a little bit. Also, you want to kiss a 17-year-old every day? Okay.
That's fucking weird, dude.
All right, anti-war king Riley Green. He wants our troops out of, again, he wants them out of all these foreign countries. Get them all back home.
I feel like he's pro-war, but he just hopes that like our troops kill everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just no one left to die on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So that they get back because there's nothing left to do.
Yeah,
I bet Riley Green at parties, he'll start a speech off and he's like, first off, we should have not pulled out of Afghanistan.
I was gonna say this is such a Connor O'Malley ass song. Like this really is such a like I could imagine Connor O'Malley writing like half of this.
A lot of these songs have that same vibe as that Bo Burnham song he did, Pandarin.
Yes, this is from fucking. Well, I was gonna say I think
from Make Happy.
I was gonna say the one that I think one of the first comparisons that we made to the song is like the when he plays the country singer in Parks and Rec. Like it
oh
is.
My god, yeah. Really, like this is it's a fake character. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can't believe this is a real guy, but
I.
Okay, go ahead.
I looked into who he is, and in his like most recent news articles, he's kind of like a bad boy of country. Like he is currently in like kind of like a 3-way romance situation that.
Oh shit! Welcome to the club, buddy.
There's like an update about it over the weekend.
Oh boy, Max, you got a poly brother in arms, Riley Green.
Oh, great. Very good.
God. Riley Green, Ella Langling, Megan Maroney. These are not real people. These are not real people. Come on.
Apparently, like Megan Maroney was really mad on the red carpet. Gotta know more.
Well, maybe again, we have so much more to discuss with the song. We cannot get into more Riley Green gossip. But
God damn, that's crazy. This guy just doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, okay, this is just, again, it's just, I wish cars had truck beds. So fucking stupid. Dumbass fucking line.
I want to talk about the back road drinking kids line again.
That one is a real, like, did you get caught by the cops at one point when you were a kid and you're still mad about that?
Like, so I want to say this song came out in 2019.
Yeah,
and in 2019, his country friend, who's also an artist named Sam Hunt, got arrested for a DUI. And Riley Green was asked about it, and he was like, "Oh, he's a good guy. He'll bounce back."
Oh God!
So I think Riley Green definitely got like caught drinking and driving in high school at some point.
Oh, 100%.
I feel like most people I went to high school with have a DUI. Like this feels like.
Yeah, living in a part of the country where that's kind of just like a rite of passage. It's something you get and you move on from.
Yeah.
You can't actually graduate from high school until you get a DUI.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that was the senior prank. Me and the boys are out.
It's it's the Southern birthright, It's like you travel to the local county, the local county sheriff to get your DUI charge. You got to get it done before you become a man or a woman, But okay, this line, I will say this line.
Has Riley Green ever said non-binary pals?
No. Riley Green has never heard.
No. I don't know why I said that. That's an obvious answer to that question.
Yeah, the answer is no to that. But this one, I will say, that's again,
Pet Cemetery ass comment.
Yeah, but I get it. Look, I miss my dogs. I've had either my dogs or family dogs that have passed away, and I wish they were still here. I wish they never got old, and that one is okay. If there were more lines like this throughout the song, I'd be like, okay, sure. That's I totally get that. That's an understandable universal feeling. What is not an understandable universal feeling is I wish every road was named Copperhead. What? Still,
the world may never know.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be but that is a country song, Copperhead Road.
Okay, but still,
no, I stand with you. No, when I hadn't heard the song until I got the playlist, and I was under the impression that this song would be like Luke Combs had an album that came out last year, and every song was about the concept of being a father, and so I thought it was going to be kind of like that. So when I hit play and only one line matched the vibe of Grandpa's Never Died, which is the dog line, I was I thought I was in for a really sad ass song, and instead I got I wish cars had truck beds.
Yeah. But then we got this one again. This one only gets a one and only mention.
It's like the worst list to Santa ever.
Artists love lists. Like it is, they're obsessed with writing lists.
It's like the simplest line in this whole fucking song.
I wish farms never got sold. Okay, what does it have to do with anything?
Are you sad that like we're not really producing stuff in the States anymore, and people have to
Probably.
sell them?
Did any of the money of the song, like the funding for this, or the sales made from the song, go to the like future farmers of America or anything like that? Like
You know the answer to that question. You know the answer to that question. But yeah, that's all the lines. There's the rest of the lines are just the things we've already heard. This is it's such a bizarre song. It's such a bizarre song. Like it is like, obviously we talked about AI with Morgan Wallen and maybe another song, but like this really does feel like an AI song. Like just things that it's just, it is when I think of like low IQ country, I Wish Grandpa's Never Died is the anthem of low IQ country. It is one of it may be the dumbest song we have ever listened to on this podcast. It's not the worst song, obviously. I think it's awesome. Like it's so fucking funny, but it is the dumbest song we have ever listened to.
Coolers are full of cold Busch Light.
So fucking stupid. So also,
I want to go sing this at karaoke tomorrow night and like.
Oh, dude, it would go.
God, that's a good shout.
You should do it, dude. It would go off.
Because this song, like, this guy's got enough viewers where you can like pass off singing this at karaoke. No, that's brilliant.
We should do Max Pinhook. We gotta go to Pinhook and do.
I don't know if singing this at the gay bar is. That might be a little uncouth, but I'm down.
Look, they have country. They have country nights.
If it happens, like you'll have to film it, and it's like a Patreon exclusive.
Oh, absolutely,
100%. But we have one final.
I forgot we have videos.
We got one final video. We have Mr. Corey 92's R.I.P. Grandpa rap. All right, we have a teenager wearing an Xbox headset. And this
guy looks like he would get killed in like a Final Destination sequel. That's the only way I could describe his face.
I'm gonna go a step further and say this is definitely a guy that's returning from Afghanistan, a body bag, so.
Jesus Christ, Matty.
Jesus Christ, Matty. I mean, you're not wrong, but still.
So figure out which comment between me and Violet, which one you think is more accurate. Is it? I wonder if it'd be funnier if I censor that one in post.
You know, I never knew you like I should have, but you know what? I'm not even mad.
Okay, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah,
now hearing him rap.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. This guy has major step on a landmine vibes.
Every platoon's got their IED test.
This is all for you. Something that happened to me a year ago. Something that wasn't right, but it might have.
This is from 14 years ago. This is 130 views.
Yeah.
Now I got hurt and I hurt someone too.
What did you search to? Did you just type in R.I.P. Grandpa?
I searred R.I.P. Grandpa rap, and I watched everything that popped up, and this was by far the worst.
Yes.
You went happy like a dead man should.
I feel he was definitely a fan of like earlier MGK.
Yes.
But I'm gonna stay on this earth for you. I'm gonna do everything you asked me to. You asked me to get a job. That's what I have right now. You know what? Everything I'm doing is to make you proud. Everything I do comes around for you. Because I know you're up there and you're staring back too. I can feel your eyes on me, and it makes me happy.
Again,
just
look.
knowing that you're there to support.
And we're talking about the white boy raps we've listened to on this podcast.
But you know what?
Again,
we understand each other on
No Crush clears this so easy.
Oh, No Crush, absolutely. You would destroy this guy in a rap battle, Matty.
Oh, 100%.
You know I didn't cry at your death.
I feel like we do need to end the episode off. I do feel like we need a nice reprieve. We need to end on a happy note and listen to the rap song I made when I was 14 years old.
Put on No Crush.
This is a special episode.
Yeah, let's see if I can. The thing is, if I try to, I have to go to my own YouTube channel for this one because
you could just look up No Crush, Matty. It's one of the first things that pops up. I know.
Is it now? Shit!
I look up Matty. I look it up every single week. Like I know.
Yes. All right, good. Because it used to just pop up with like Matty B raps, but now here we go.
Yo.
For context, this is a rap song I made when I think I'm trying to remember. I was either 13 or 14 when I made this. I think 13 because this is like late 2012. So let's see, late 2012. Yeah, actually no, I was 14. So this is a rap song I made when I was 14 years old. Over. Again, half my life ago.
Matty. The Crush.
Oh, I think I remember this actually.
Out of your league, that'd be a description of me. Going for the girls who are way too pretty. Later find out they are way too petty. From grade 5 to 9, my love life not so fine. Should've told them earlier, would've been scary. I'm a nice guy, they saying, but I know they fucking playing. I can't trust none of these bitch. They just looking for the guys with the riches, looks, money, and fame. That type of life is a goddamn shame.
We're really putting Caro through like the whole Indieheads podcast hazing ritual. Really. What do you think the hazing ritual?
Can't trust anybody. No crushes for me.
I know every goddamn word.
I didn't expect it to be so explicit.
You're just looking for the guys with the riches, looks, money, and fame. That type of life is a goddamn shame.
Look, you can definitely tell Matty was an all-feature forum when he recorded that.
Oh yes. Yeah, 100%.
You probably submitted that at one point.
This episode's almost 3 fucking hours.
Yeah,
we went places.
All right, let's wrap this sucker up. Thank you all for listening to Dallas Suburban Country. Let's see, what do we have on the schedule for next week?
Oh, Matty, you know what's coming up.
Actually, I think this one's getting pushed. I think
when's the hamburger episode?
That is like the 3rd or 4th time someone has asked what is hamburger episode, and then I pull up the playlist, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's what it is."
Just lettuce. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been a part of this podcast long enough. I feel like I understood the bit. Wait, yeah. I want to be on this episode.
We'll get you on. We'll get you on hamburger episode.
Great.
I do believe that our next episode, based on the chat stuff I've seen, I think this one is getting slightly pushed. So we may have something else. This is a long anticipated sequel episode. So we an episode that highly anticipated episode is probably gonna get pushed to the next week. So I think what might be in its place is we'll either move up a bonus episode or we will maybe something from Liberation Weekend. You'll have to see to find out and figure out. I'll have to figure out what the schedule is going to be. But thank you all for listening to this. Any last things we want to say before we sign off?
Rest in peace, every grandpa that's ever died in this world.
Rest in peace to my grandpa, my own grandpa. Which I think that literally when we discovered that song, when we discovered I wish grandpas never died, I think there was a certain acceptance in my grief that like kind of flew through hearing that song and being like, oh my god, like this is. It was a legitimate kind of breakthrough for me hearing that song for the first time because of how fucking stupid it was. It's like, oh my
all right,
God.
It's just Gramps.
Yeah. Oh God. R.I.P. all the grandpas, and
all rest in peace to all the grandpas that haven't died yet. Maybe even people on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And R.I.P. Again, here's the thing. Hopefully we get to a future utopia where grandpas will never die. The grandpas can forever stay immortal.
God, that's a great Gav Max idea. The grandpa cryogenic chamber.
I also have another plug I would like to do real quick.
Yes.
Hey, if you have a picture of a fish and you want to send it to me, you can send it to me on X and Blue Sky at Monrovian Prince.
Yeah, show Violet your fish. Please show Violet your fish.
Yeah, you need to know that is my actual X and Blue Sky, and also my Instagram, all my socials at Monrovian Prince. That's how you'll find me.
Yeah,
and send me pictures of your fish through all of your big fish, small fish. You gutting your fish, definitely send those. Send those to at Monrovian Prince.
Yes. At Monrovian Prince. That's the name. So
I don't have a plug, but I just want to tell the listeners tonight, if you hear a song that's just okay, it was written by a human.
Yes, that's the lesson you need to know.
Oh God. All right. There we go. That'll do it for this episode. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.